I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here. For the day done, you are gonna love over your son.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Jamaican herbs and spices add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
All right, greetings, good morning. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I'm your host. My name is Man, and we have a next big one, big one lined up for you today. We have one more legend of the game that we'll be interviewing in our show this morning. I know you're going to enjoy this, especially if you have any connection at all to Jamaica College. You're going to really enjoy this one. It promises to be a good one. When you talk about the maestros, though they are small, pint-sized maestros in Jamaica's football, this man is indeed one of them. And I've also heard through the grapevine that he's a very, very good coach as well. I don't know, I've not seen him any of his coaching works yet, but I know of his footballing exploit. And so we'll be having Mr. Wayne Palmer with us this morning. We're going to be talking to him about his journey in football. So come on in. And when you come on in, please like the stream. All right. But let me say a big thank you to our sponsors. Our sponsors today are Trick. Trick is a Jamaican owned and operated company. It operates out of Canada. They use authentic Jamaican herbs and spices to make all their products, right? And here's what they're offering, a special to all, I am sure, fans and followers and subscribers. They're offering 25% discount on all their products. And all you have to do is shop at www.tricknick.ca and you enter the code I am sure sports 001 and you will get 25% discount. Whoa. Where else but an I am sure sports? All right. And so, like I said, this is going to be a good one. Thanks to our moderators. Big up to Claudia. See you in the building. Love it when this happens because these persons, they have 9 to 5s and they take time to help me with moderating the conversation in the comment section. So thank you. And for everyone out there watching, thank you for joining. This promises to be a very, very, very good and exciting one. So I don't want to delay this any longer. And so I'm going to invite our very special guest this morning, Mr. Wayne Palmer. You need to listen, people, because we're also giving away $500 credit to whichever phone you use. All right, $500 credit you'll be getting. At some point, we're going to ask a question, and you better get the answer right. Mr. Palmer, how are you? Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, good morning. Nice having me on your program for the first time.
First time.
Yeah, man.
Have you ever been interviewed yet? Like this?
Honestly, a long time. A long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, over a couple of years, well.
Okay. Well, this is going to be the best one. And this is going to be the longest one.
All right, sir.
So let's dive right into it. Well, what we really want to do is really, kind of talk to you about how it all began for you. How did your footballing career start? Where did it all begin from your very tender age? How soon did you get into the game? All the way to your high school years. And then we're going to stop there and kind of ask some questions. Then we'll move to your Premier League days, to your national representation. So give us the journey. Where did it all start for Wayne Palmer?
Yeah, man, as I said, thanks again for having me on your program. It's a pleasure, talking to the man. I see you do some interview with some legend. You understand me? Yeah, man. Yeah, we really started still, at primary school, George Edley Primary, not really playing a football still, just going out and just having fun. You go home and you're on the road and you start playing a little thing where you call him skimmage. You understand me? With some bigger fellows, much older than you and so forth. You pick up, you usually play that like a box ball, so forth. So one day, playing with some older set of players and so forth, and you're on the road having fun so far, and you back up on a big player and you take the box ball and you roll it and you draw it back and you look to him salad. And when you look, you have the ball right at your foot same way, and you see from there, so I say, wait there. But the man, I look to him salad and I look for the ball, but I know the ball not reach you and I still have the football. And from there, so, me start get a love for the game and start do my thing on my own. Buck up this coach, see him have some young kids playing football, come by Prembokal and was playing a match. And that coach is former JC coach too, Mr. Alfred Henry.
Oh, yes.
And from there, the way you start play some little under 12, him carry go. That's the first time I know I'll leave a Portmore and them place there. You go over them side and him carry as a youngster, you ask your parents and say, growing up in the garrison, where you call Marvally, as a youngster, your parents usually strict on you have to do your little chores before you leave. So him come and say, boy, we need him to come and play some football and so forth. And, she say, him can go ahead and we leave, go play some. Them time they have some nice amount of good playing from high schools and them thing then where him start with so forth, you have either a player by the name of Dougie Freckett and usually go GSC, where I can remember. You have him nephews, them and them thing where I play on the team. So we usually leave from here.
What was the name of the team?
UN then Juvenile. Oh, that is up from Marvel. That is up from Marvel. So we just give it the name UN then Juvenile.
Juvenile. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. With some youngsters, you have a whole heap of players, may I tell you. That coach do miracle with some youngsters. I get into the team and start playing. I start playing at wing back.
Oh, interesting.
And you'd have a player from GSC named Martin Campbell. He was the captain, a former GSC player. Quiet, humble. He usually play the sweeper role. I usually play the wing back. When I go on the field, when the coach say warm up, me just stand up on me and look around and do two little stretch and fold me on. And, as a youngster, when the game start playing, you start to have fun. So that position is where I started playing football from. Wing back. Where you can see the game. Then I moved from there. I think one time I don't remember if Martin they get hurt or something did happen and the coach ended up put me make I play the sweeper role.
Okay.
You know, so I start get a love
Interesting.
for them. Yeah, man. You know the way that you start play games and you start enjoy it and you start carry your places. We start travel from there to Mandeville and play games and practice. And I don't remember quite some of the players them name. Honestly, I don't remember some of the players, and I don't want to call a one man name and then you know a man I listen up and think and say, boy, John, oh, if I want to mention my name and so forth, you know, but it was all fun. And from there now, from primary school, you know, you leave primary school, then you'll have a school named Edith Dalton Gym before you turn high school. That is in Duane Park.
Right.
You know, and from there, you know, I end up playing on the junior team. I start playing on the junior team. I playing on the junior.
On the 14 team.
Yeah. I playing from the junior and playing for, you know, you play 2 games, one early and one afterwards. So when I finish playing the first game, that is it with the youngster, now I play with the older set of boys them. You know, because the coach would believe in me still, you know, the way there. And from there, you know, high school and them things that I leave and go St. Andrew Technical. I just play, I think I play about 1 year in the primary, in the secondary school, and I leave and I went to Stats with Liebert Alleman.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yes.
I went to Stats and that is history from there. You know, when you go in the school now, you see some players was like senior players. And you walk up on senior players and, you know, I think you'd have a player by the name of Jerome. You know, I think if they leave school and went into the army too, when he graduated from school, he went into the army. You know, that time
What year was that when you were at Stats?
Oh, I think that was 90, I think that was between 94 and 95.
Okay.
94, 95. You'd have the captain was Rodney. His name was Rodney. Rodney, a tall, brown defender. And you'd have like Jojo. When I go there, I see those. Them time, you know, when you go in a technical school, you see players with all beard and them thing there. You know, me so small and whingy and them thing. You look at so weird there. As some giant these you walk up on. You know the way there? So you go in, you know, as usual, I'm a very quiet type of person. You know, I make my football speak for itself. You know, and when I went there, I started training, you know, I woke up on Jerome, you know, Jerome was the rough scout and them thing, you know. Pick up 2, I make 2 dribble down the side, down the sun. You know, with that, Jerome, I said,
no,
wait,
it can't be in the 90s though, man. It must be in the 80s.
No, man, not in the 90s, in the 80s, man.
Oh, that was 85.
In the 80s, man. 85, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Sorry, I made a mistake right there. Oh, sorry. You know?
See, Clennon Clark correcting that, you know, Clennon Clark said, no, man, 85 you mean, ball.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that, man. You know, and, you know, it's all about having fun. You know, Aleman was a strict coach. He never coached by the name.
What do you mean strict?
No, man, I know. A no-nonsense coach, man.
Okay.
Them time if you got a school and you hold a haircut, man, and you have a part in a year, you better make sure that part they grow back in the space are there.
Or you can't play no ball? You
can't play no ball. If you ever find out, say you go play a corner league, you have to come off from team.
Whoa.
You can't play. You have to make sure the uniform up to par. Your dress code up there. You know, because
can't play no football.
You can't play no football because you have a player like named Wendell Lee. Nice player, you know, skillful.
Yes.
Fast. You know, you have Wendell Lee on the team, and you know, Wendell Lee was a girls man and them thing. You know, when the man that move, you find out 10 girls they behind him and all them thing. Then a star boy, you know that.
Might get the money, no problem, you know, man.
You know what I mean? And all the man was a man like this, you know, when you come on to your training, you know, you have to forget about everything, you know. You have to make the girls them stay one side, and when it's football time.
Yes.
You understand me? I remember one day we were playing, you know, we are training, you have Cyrus, because I don't know if you know that Cyrus, when Cyrus was at Stats, Cyrus was a goalkeeper, you know, Maurice Cyrus, you know.
Well, I'm going to find that out. I'm going to interview him next week. So I'll find out. Because he only talk about him in days of playing forward.
Of playing out. Yeah, man, was a goalkeeper,
yeah, man.
And
Secret, man. He was a goalkeeper.
You know, so you'd have a man like Mark Miller, Roger Clarence, me myself, Wayne Palmer, Clive Nicholson, Christopher Laggy, Gary Francis, Wendell Lee. Because say if I can remember some rest of people and I don't want to left. Yeah, Maurice Cyrus as usual. You'd have Marvin Chin. You have a next goalkeeper. Use him here last now. Fat Pa. You know. You know what I mean? You have some nice setup. Right now, we're still keeping the link together as a family. Yeah. But you know, so we'd have much love and respect each other. You know, and when it come on to practice was like a rumble when we are practice. You know, if a man can't move, well, lift him up and carry him. You understand me? I think you'd have Dickie Bird at the time as coach, as the assistant coach. Dickie Bird. And yeah, all those years still, you know, at school you enjoy all of the moments you play in practice match. I can remember one day, you know, as a youngster, you know, you have Marvel because, you know, you come from Marvel, you know, as a little youngster, you know, people, you know, you respect up there, you know, football respect. You understand me? And they call me and say, boy, Mr. Palmer, Palmer, you know, I want you to complete some kind of league. And I say, sure, I will come. You know, going on the field and so forth, you know, they made it. I go play the game. I think I play for a team named Che in Marvel. Nice kind of league, you know. When you play that kind of league, you find a whole heap of big baller from all angles. So, you know, say the coach say you can't play no kind of league. I think a player, they live up by you and then I think, I don't know still, but all the man live up by you and then at the time. And all the man here say, I play a kind of league. And I went to school. And all the man say, what? Me say, when I'm a ball, I go play a kind of league, you know. Can't play for my team, you know.
Whoa.
And me I say, wait there. Coach say, oh, a guy can't play for my team, you know. See him where him use. A guy can't play for my team, you know. And I think that time, you know, in the summer, your parents usually carry you, go country, go spend holiday. And I say, wow, I can't play for the team. So I use this holiday and go country, go chill. You know, which more stay in Kingston and train still, you know, come here. I say, wow, man, in Cup, I go come up on them thing there. More play. And I think that was 90, I think that was 96.
86.
Me always say 90, 86. Why me always say 90? 86.
You try to be young, man. You try to be young.
You know, 86, and you know, me I say, wait there. When I end up to go play a Manning Cup, you know, I come up back and I went to training, and you know, the players them, I said, boy, coach, give him a chance now. Coach say, give what kind of chance you talk about? Here what? The only chance you more get in him, I've got to write some line, you know. I don't remember how much books still in about. I think I probably have about 5 books, you know. I must not play a corner league. Yeah, I forgot that day, you know.
You have to full
before
up
me can play. I have to full up the whole every page. I can't miss out on a page. I make sure you carry that, go show him to. I must not play a corner league. I must not play a corner league.
Hold on. That is 86, but when you went there in 85, did you play Manning Cup?
Yeah, I play man. I think I play a couple games. Well, it wasn't my best. It wasn't my best season though. But I know okay. I do good. But it wasn't my because you see me. You know.
How did the team do 85?
85, we didn't do that well, you know. We lose couple games well, you know. We lose couple games well still, but you know, such is the game.
All right.
You know
so
what I mean?
86. So let's come back to 86 now.
Right. Yeah, go right in on 86 now. You know,
so
I think
you do the lines because you're doing the lines now with 86.
Yeah, you know, you start some of the lines and which you know a whole heap and you have to finish by a certain time because you know some Manning Cup come up and you want to play. You know, you get some which your coach don't know still, probably not gonna know for the first time now. You know, you give some girls and the girls them take the book them and start right. You know, you know, we usually have some young lady where always, may I tell you, so them always, when we usually run around the school, the coach is by the front, so when you're going around the school now, you know, so you get your water, you get food to eat round when you go around and I come back round, which coach now know them things. Like jogging, warming up on them things, we usually, you know, like do some running and we run a right round out the school and so forth and come back round.
You have to run around campus. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And go right round and come back round. So you usually have some young lady usually give you like water, You know, I think Plumpy did have a sister, usually go stats at the time. You'd have one named Nadine, Gail.
I call him name and get him in a trouble.
You know what I mean? You have to pick them up still, you know, you understand me? Yeah, man. And from there now, you know, lines are right. And I think we got play KC in our practice match. I think I don't remember still, but I think we lose that game. I think it was either 2-1 or we draw that game, but I don't really remember. I was sitting and watching that game. You know, you go to the game and support your fellow teammates and so forth, and you were watching the game and we lose the game. And then, you know, we were leaving that day. And when we were going to play KC in the opening game in the National Stadium, and I said, wait there. And I got me out on this too. KC, you know, say KC a top school, you know, man. Top of the line, you know. It's some great player, you know. You understand me? And I said, wait there. I have to go make sure I get this thing done, man. If I ever beg the coach, go to the coach myself and beg him, you know, pride and them things, but you still have the players that I beg for you. And I said, boy, coach, what am I? And I say, I have to go do him thing and come in, you know, and, you know, him start so I can join the practice. Give him the lines and them thing, him say I can join practice. And I tell you, one of the greatest things that him ever do for me. But I tell you, everything start and you say, KC at the big school that, you know them way there, you know, you go home, finish up, me usually do my extra training for my own. When I go home, see me, I take a ball and do my little juggling. Because the man on the road usually call me one footballer, which I was usually just right foot alone. I couldn't even use my left foot. So, you know, so when you hear a man call you one footballer, you start use that as an inspiration. You start work on it. You understand me? And from there, you know, the opening game in the National Stadium, you sit, you're up by school, preparing yourself, getting yourself ready. You know the way there, you drive out, them kind of with one little beanie van up at school. A van it come like one of them little E20 van, a small van. Probably it could hardly hold in 20 players. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, we leave and go to the stadium, sit down in the changing room, you know, where I can remember coach send out some little man on the field. You know, people, you know, me, the people must say, wait, there's stats team that.
Well, I have to put up this one, you know, so you can take out a lawsuit, you know. You must say, this is Ultimate Butler. He said, Mr. Mannings, I tried to draw that player 5 times in front of the country. And he enjoyed it.
No, before I go back in this too. No, extreme talking, man. Nah, man, when I buck up on Butler, you know, honestly, you know, me have to run on ice still, you know. You know, but I soon reach down that road. You know? Yeah, man, Butler, man.
You were talking about the first, yeah, man. We soon get to Butler, man. But you were,
I soon reach. You know, so
the first game against KC and the little boss and things, so.
Yeah, and we reach, you know, stadium, sitting in the changing room. Honestly, man, I lie still, you know, as a youngster, you know, your first, you know, whole heap of people in a stadium, you know, the way there, your first big outing, where you going to see a whole heap of people come out in front of you and so forth.
That
you know,
team
the
and Mark Miller as well, and Marvin Chin and
yeah, man, Bingham, the whole works.
Andrew Hart.
Andrew Hart wasn't there. At that time, you have Maurice, you have Badasu, that is Dean, yeah, that is Dean, brother.
Alvin
yeah.
Shaw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think that year Alvin was there. And you have Aleman, that is Aleman Neville. Carl Aleman.
Milton Harris was here too?
Milton Harris.
I don't know.
Honestly,
Roger Lawrence.
Rajic Reed.
No,
Rajic Lawrence. That was the skipper. He was the skipper that time, the captain.
Okay.
Because it was me and him and Mark Miller was the midfielder.
Okay, so by this you stop playing wingback, because you started out wingback, but now you're playing midfield.
Yeah, because it's Aleman really made me start playing midfield. And honestly, when I leave Mr. Henry, that is Alfred Henry, I was wingback, and when I go to stats now, I start playing midfield. Because why I start playing midfield? Because Aleman come to me and say, you know, so you have a small player like you, that is Mifkel Dillon. You just play for Wadada, I think. Mifkel, Dylan. Short, small, same like me. And him give me the number 16 and him say, you know, says a small man wear the number, yeah? Number 16. From that time, honestly, I just love that number 16.
Okay.
You know, and I must say, Mifkel Dylan, and I say, what? You know, I must say that. And when I really come meet Mifkel, you know, good player still, you know, yeah. And the opening game in stadium now, the wing back, because if I can't remember the wing back, it was Marvin in goal, Gary Francis, and you have Clive Nicholson playing man marker, you have Christopher Lagi, you have Aleman, Carl Aleman. In midfield now you have Mark Miller, Roger Clarence, Wayne Palmer, and who was the next wing? Who was I don't remember who was the next.
Carl Bingham wasn't there.
I think Bingham was at forward at the time because Bingham could have played defense and play in some game and play defense, some game and play forward.
Oh, Cyrus. What about Cyrus?
Cyrus was playing forward at the time, and you have Wendell Lee and I think Wendell was on the right hand side, and you have Cyrus in the forward and Nashi. Okay. Nashi and Cyrus was playing forward at the time.
Okay.
I don't know if I miss out anybody.
Yeah, man, it's all right, man. I mean, we know it.
Probably them can't correct me. You understand?
Yeah. Right, so the first game against KC, this is now the season you're ready to shine in the National Stadium. First game.
You come through the tunnel. You know them way they walk through the tunnel, and when you look up in the stands. Defending champion. You know, have some good baller because them they retain couple players the year before.
Like who?
Them retain back some players. Because say if I can remember. I know at the time we were playing with a player the name a left foot player, honestly. You'd have a player from down by Arnett name, not by Herbert Richard, because I can't forget Herbert. Herbert did score on with that day too. Yeah. I think Herbert did score. You'd have a player that did leave stats and go to KC named Lucan. I don't remember if it was Lucan Brown. He was one of the players that scored against we.
Okay.
He was one of the players.
How did that game end?
We won that game. I think we won that game 2-1.
Okay.
I think we won that game 2-1.
You defeated the defending champion in the first game.
I tell you, some leather lick in a stadium that day then. I tell you, it was fun. Me, myself, playing on that team with those players, it was fun. I was having fun that day because honestly, I was fit. Because I know Aleman is a man who deal with fitness, you know. And when you fit, you can do anything. Sometimes you do some things with the football. Sometimes you wander, you know. And on that day, I was playing and I was having fun. You know, knock up some ball and thing with me and my midfield and we have fun. Cyrus scored. I think it was Cyrus scored the first goal. Or Nashi.
Yes.
You know,
somebody saying that Lucian Brown scored KC winning goal. So KC won the game in. We won that game. But KC won it, right? He said that in the final.
KC win the final. Yeah, KC win the Manning Cup that year.
So how you beat them and them reach at the final, man? And what want to go ahead, tell me what the Just go ahead and tell.
No, honestly, you know, we beat KC the opening game, and I think we went to the semi-final. We play a couple games up by Sabina Park. I think we lose that game up by Sabina Park. 1-0. Marvin Chin was keeping that game. I think Marvin was sick. That game. I think Marvin Demesa scored the 1-0. Because Marvin did fall. I think Marvin did faint in that game, you know. You know, when the keeper, when Demesa get away on him.
Demesa from which school?
From Georges. We played Georges at Sabina Park.
In the semi-finals?
No, that was a game before the semi. We played them back in the semi-final in stadium.
And just Georges?
We bought them back, I think, in the semi-final in stadium. But that game was like a zone game before the semi-final. And we played them and we lose that game. We lose that game 1-0 in Sabina Park, and Marvin would have to come out. I think Marvin come out of the goal. He never did come back. It was a reserve goalkeeper that we call Fat Pa. The coach changed and said, "What we want next goalkeeper, you know." What I hear the man them say on the bench, that game Fat Pa was trembling. That was a reserve goalkeeper. You know
So
what I mean?
that is in the semi-finals now. When you're playing Georges again in the stadium, it was Fat Pa in the goal.
No, at Marvin come back. Marvin recover because
Marvin
game,
okay.
yeah, that game in Sabina, we lost that game. We went back into the changing room. I think Marvin mother was listening on the radio, and she heard that our son Marvin Chin dropped down in Sabina Park where Marvin's supposed to be at home, resting in his bed, and she heard Marvin a keep in her gear.
So he wasn't supposed to even play.
He was not supposed to play. He was not even supposed to be at the game. He was supposed to be at home. At home because Marvin is sick. Which I never know that Marvin was sick because I see him come to the game and ready for keep. Because you know sometimes your player will love the game. You understand me? But I don't know if probably the coach might never have confidence in a reserve goalkeeper. That's my view.
Why never put Cyrus in the goal?
No, because Cyrus at that time Cyrus done a lethal forward, you know. Cyrus I gave him 1 goal, I gave him and them thing there. You understand me? And I run hard and I work hard on the field. So it would have kind of hard for you to take out Cyrus out of the forward and put him back inside of the goal.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So you lost to Georges and you say you play them again in the semi-finals?
In the National Stadium.
Okay.
I think Georges was zone in the semi-final 86. Georges, I think Charlie Smith. I don't remember if it was Dunoon was the next team. I don't remember if it was Dunoon. But I know Georges was in the zone and Charlie Smith.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
I think with
Charlie Smith with Billy Dias and Eugene Williams.
And Eugene and you have this player that them call him Gorilla. I don't remember him right name. Good player too, man. Good player. Good midfielder.
Gorilla.
You understand? Yeah. Good player, man. I don't.
Somebody is going to tell us his correct name, man.
Yeah. You know, I can't remember some of the. I can't really remember some of the player, but I think he'll have Prince Orion. I think Prince Orion was playing that time too.
Okay.
Good midfielder too. I think Prince Orion was.
Good midfielder. Yeah. So
was
that Charlie
playing,
Smith team was very good.
Yeah, man, you'd have some good players, man. It's not no Charlie Smith always produce some good players, you know, from years back, you know. Always produce some good quality players. You can't take that away from them still, you understand me?
Yeah, so the 86 season now, somebody said it's Desmond Dovey. Desmond Gorilla Dovey.
Yeah, man, Gorilla, man, Desmond. Yeah, man. You know? Yeah, you know, so the Georges game, I think it was the first game.
Somebody's also saying that Lucian Anderson was also on that team.
Lucian Anderson, yeah. Lucian Anderson, yeah. Right, more time, you know, when the audience come in, you know, sometimes I'm refreshing the brains, you know.
So you got knocked out at the semi-final by Georges. So it was Georges and Casey that went to that final.
Oh, I think it was Georges, Charlie Smith. No, it was KC, Charlie Smith went to that final.
Oh, so you mean okay.
86, it was KC, Charlie Smith because Stats, Charlie, Dunoon, and Georges was in the same zone.
Same zone, okay. And Charlie came out of the zone.
Yeah, because Charlie and why Charlie go through by 1 goal over we. Because we draw with Charlie, we beat Georges, I think it was 1-0, and I think Charlie beat Georges 2-0.
Oh, wow.
So them go through over
what about the Dunoon game?
The Dunoon game, I think we won that game. I think it was 1-0. We beat Dunoon 1-0. We beat Georges
1-0.
We beat Georges 1-0. That is 6 points, and we draw with
that. Yeah, that was probably 4 points in those times because
Yeah, I think I win. I think you get 2 points now, and
Yeah,
a
then you
draw
try
you
and
get
get
1 point.
back to get one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Charlie match now, we draw that game. If we won that game, I think that game was 0-0. We draw that game. But
Okay.
we did have the better half play in that game, I think. We did have the better half play. We get number of chances where we're supposed to score, but you know, such is the game,
Yeah, man.
you
Yeah,
know.
man. Casey
And
and Charlie Smith final. Casey won 1-0. The goal from the
one
former
love.
Statsman Lucian Brown.
Lu-
Lucan Brown.
Luke and Brown. Same one come back and score in the final and win that game.
Okay. That
You
so
know,
did you
and
win? Did you win Walker Cup?
no,
That
we did lose out in the Walker Cup.
Okay.
We did lose out that year in the Walker Cup. I think it's Charlie did beat in the Walker Cup game round by Stadium East. I think we lost that game 2-1. We lost that game. I think it was 2-1. We lost that game.
Okay. That is the 86 season. Was that
Yeah,
the best season, or what about the 87 season?
No, honestly, the 87, I left the 87. I wasn't on the team, the 87 team. I wasn't on the 80. Enough people obviously I was on that team, but I wasn't on that team. I was at the stadium watching that game and cheering on Cyrus, Bingham, Bada, Blacker, that is Mark Millen.
Yeah, because you had left all of those guys. So how come you only played 2 years? What happened? Why did you leave?
No, because the age, remember I said the age gap in between, you know, be certain time you have to, you know, say you'd have to leave before, you understand me? Because I leave that year and went to play Premier League.
Oh, you went to play Premier League? Oh.
Yeah, that year I went to play Premier League. That was my first year. 87, I went to play Premier League for Cavaliers.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that Cavaliers team that you went to play with, who were so now you finished with schoolboy football, your stats team went on to 87. Now you're playing the first season of Premier League with Cavaliers in 87.
Yeah.
This is Leighton Duncan and
the Destroyer.
Yeah, but you were being destroyed though. That Cavaliers team wasn't winning anything, so you were being destroyed.
That was true. That is true. You know. But yeah, honestly, my year at Cavaliers with Leighton Duncan, honestly, because the players them that I went there and see, because you know, I went there and see a player by the name of Andrew. He was a player for Andrew William.
Yeah, man.
You know, honestly,
Jordan was there as well.
Jordan was there. Pippin was there. Richmond Creef. You have some player name. Another Andrew. I think he's the president. The president at Cavaliers. I think, you know, he's one of the president at Cavaliers. Andrew. Okay. I don't remember his full name. I think it's Andrew name. You know, but when I went to Cavaliers, honestly, I went amongst some gentlemen where I tell you, say, them upset me, them show me the ropes. The coach was like that, you understand me? They make you feel comfortable. But I'm going to just play one season, my first season for Cavaliers. I know I did have a, you know, looking back on some picture book in Whyte House, Boystown.
Right. Let me just get some of these. Andrew Thomas, you're talking.
Andrew Thomas, yeah, Andrew Thomas. Yeah, those players, I tell you, them help me a lot, man. I think you'll have a player named, wow. He was one of the players where when I went there, the Jordan and the Pippins and the Andrew and all those players, them help me out a lot. You know, them show me the ropes. You know, them
you're 18, 19-year-old this time.
Yeah, 18, going 18.
Going to
you know,
18.
When I went to Cavaliers.
Okay, because this person is saying that, Badas is saying that, man, is when you see how much schoolboy baller left school and go straight into the Premier League, standard way higher than.
Yeah, man, that's and that's true. Honestly, that's true, because when I went, because at the time, people were checking me to come to Boystown, because, you know, Boystown was close to Stats. You could walk from Stats and walk out by Collie Smith Drive there, so.
Right.
Them time when I'm playing for Cavaliers, you book called Panton. You bought the
Dana Van Pantan, Andrew Price.
You bought the Price, you bought the Sticky, you bought the what is big player Downer. Them time when I stand beside Downer and when me look up sir, you watch the thing where the giant.
Yeah.
Me I look up sir, Downer, probably Downer boots probably bigger than me at the time. When me I play for Cavaliers. And when you go and you know as a kid you usually hear those players' name. And you say, wow. I think Lenny was playing for Cavalier for Boystone at the time.
Yeah.
Lenward Hyde was playing for Boystone at the time. And you have the Pantan, you have the Milton Hardware, the two brothers them, you know, was playing for Boystone. I think Clive Smith, my good friend.
Ninja was a keeper.
Ninja Smith, yeah, man, my good friend, man. That I'm a good friend, man. Me I tell him, and I left him out, you know, when I left out each other. You understand me? At that time, I tell you, when I book at Boystone, I remember I play a match at Stadium East against Boystone. I tell you, man, when I sit down and kick all the ball, man, when the ball leave in boots, man, I have to stand up and look at me and say, wow, you know, the ball I travel. Because meanwhile, I play now, you hear some player name, you know, you usually like, you play against them and you say, where that player I usually hear, you know, man. You know, you're there on the field with those players. You know, it was joy because at the time, you know, when the first time, you know, because that's what I tell you, know, sometimes you have to go back to, you know, because when I was playing schoolboy football and I make all school and I make the all manning team.
That is in 86.
That was 86. Some people tell me say that was my name was the first name went into the book for all school because as I said, still, as me as a person, I don't like brag, but them say you mash up KC in a stadium. Catch all the ball and your foot and nobody no want to come tackle you because me have a newspaper up to this time, you know, pace up, you know. 86 game, you know. When me have the ball and my foot in. That's the opening
game against KC.
The opening game when me have the ball and my foot and everybody back away. Nobody no want to tackle me. Everybody fear. No one no want to come near me because you know, when them come
probably... Any KC man was at the game, come verify this. You understand? Any KC man was at the game and I need to come and verify this.
Yeah, man, I tell you, man.
Okay, so you made the all-manning team and you played against the Costa team.
Yeah, I think we lost that game though in Mobile. That was the first time I see T-Gat Davis.
Oh, you played against T-Gat?
No, Seba was trained at the, what you call it, Gerard Park?
Gerard Park, okay.
At the time, T-Gat was playing a game at Gerard Park. You know, Seba usually play like D1 and so forth. Them usually play. You understand me? And I see that was the first time I was hearing about T-Gat. Like here, T-Gat coming to Kingston, come play against Boystone and catch a ball and I make and move with it and people turn over. And, you know, when I went to Moby and I see T-Gat, I see him do the whole little tricks. And I say, whoa. You know what I say? No, man. That brother, you're good, man. And I see him do a whole heap of movements on the field. And I say, no, man, I want to be like that brother, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, me I tell you, me have some player when me admire, you know, me tell you, say, me always tell myself, say, I want to be like them, and I sit down in at the day, because we did have a training session, so them was playing before. Paul Young was on that team. I Fidel was on that all school team and the all manning team. Fidel was on that team. Paul Young, Altiman Butler.
Really?
Juvenile.
Altiman Butler was on it too?
Yeah, man. The 86 team, man.
Okay, Juvenile.
You have, you have a goalkeeper by the name, he usually got Georges, I don't remember his name still. But you have some good players on that team. You have a big, I think him the name, Mikey Campbell usually got excels, a big fella. Big. Him there on the all school team too. And so forth. That all manning team that we went in Mobile, but with the lose that game. I think it was 2-1 or 2-love, something like so, or 1-love. I don't remember the score.
You remember any of the players who were on that all the Costa team?
I can say.
Cape Donaldson.
No, I think Cape Donaldson was some players on that team too, you know. But I know that team was a strong team and it was a very good team too, you know.
Okay.
That team was a very good team. Yeah, back to the question now. When I see Tiga now at the time now, I say honestly, so I want to play like that player. That player fit, man. And when I leave Mobile that day, I went back to Kingston. I went back, and from there, so in the Premier League, and I make sure I train hard. When I was at Cavaliers, I do my individual work and my own. I went home, I practice because I remember you leave from Manning Cup, and you come straight in our. Them time you can play Major League and Premier League at the same time. So you have 2 leagues that you're playing at the same time. So you play one on Wednesday and one on Sunday.
Yes.
Before them change up everything, you can play. You could have played the 2 league, Major League and Premier League. Them time the Major League name Major League. Them time the Premier League name Premier League. You understand me? And when I come and I start playing the Premier League and I book up all those players at Cavaliers, my first season, I play 1 season for Cavaliers and I get Junior Player of the Year.
Okay, whoa.
Junior Player of the Year, I get for Cavaliers. I leave Cavaliers and went to Port Morant because I did have a friend by the name of Gary Francis when he was a defender at St. Andrew Technical. He did leave the same year and went to Port Morant.
Yeah, the year. Cavaliers.
So I went to Cavaliers. So the next year now, I leave Cavaliers and went to Port Morant. And your first season at Port Morant, you play D1 and you win the D1, and from the D1 now you have to play qualify to the Premier League. And when I was playing for Port Morant, I win leading goals I scored 12 goals for Port Morant in
the D1.
In the D1. Yeah. I scored 12 goals. And from the D1, we qualify from the D1 now and go straight to Premier League. Put what you call it now, St. Thomas. You put St. Thomas on the map. Because them time it was like just D1 alone. Nobody ever bother even to understand about the football we are going in that direction. You know what I mean? They put you put St. Thomas on the map now because people start travel from Kingston, people start travel from Mobile, people start travel from Westmoreland because you have Seabar come up. You have the Reno come up in Kingston. Them time it was Alan Skillcole coaching the team. And you have the Russell Latapi, and the Leon Lewis.
So they came into the side when it qualified for Premier League. Are they were there from the D1?
I think they were there from the D1 because them usually come before I did usually go there. I think they were there before. So when I go there, I meet those players because you see Russell, I learn a whole heap from Russell too, You see Alan Skillcole, I learn a lot from him too, how to pass the ball. You understand me as a coach because the coach usually come on the field and we usually have fun. We play a game in I think the following year when I leave there, so I went to Port Morant now. You start play Premier League, your people start coming in St. Thomas start coming like a tourist resort now, because people start coming from Kingston. Them time you hardly find people that travel that direction they go watch football. People that come from Kingston, people that come from Hardbow, people that come from St. Mary just to come watch Port Morant.
Somebody saying that the St. George's keeper was Farbs.
Farbs. Yeah, man. Farbs. That big, I think he usually do hurdles for Georges too.
Okay.
I think he usually do hurdles, he usually run tracks too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. So go back to your Port Morant, yeah.
Yeah, man. While in Port Morant, you play the D1, with man like Bingy Blair, Gary Francis, Richard Green, the Mikey Clark, the Cephas was there too at the time. Cephas was there at the time. I think Tolo did come out the one at the time, them time Tolo did in the army, When we were at Port Morant, so Tolo was there at the time too. And when you look to the MP, them from Camp come for Tolo,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
They can't leave JDF.
Yeah, man, you can't leave, man. Them come for me. You know what I mean?
Tolo never tell me that he was trying to go Port Morant and the police them come for you.
Yeah, man, he was at Port Morant, man, and them come for me, man. I have like all Max Rose and the Bingy Blair and the You know, we'd have a whole heap of player, man. That's what I say. Richard Green, that was, may I tell you, them call him Duck.
Yeah.
From Camperdown.
Okay.
Them man, there was a vibe. I think he'll have a player by the name of Fisher too, you know, Fisher. You know, you have some great players, man. Couple players where they come from out St. Thomas region where they playing at the D1, you know, them kind of keep them over to and
that is a Port Morant team, no?
That was a Port Morant team.
Russell Port Morant team. Lewis.
Yeah, that was the two overseas player were on the team at the time when I was there.
You learned a lot from
yeah, Russell. Man. Russell was coming like a magician, you know, with the football and can pass the ball well, you know.
Because you are around 1920.
Yeah, at the time. That's why you see sometimes when I see the game playing, I have some youngster who is coming up now, like all the Maggie and couple others play. This little one usually go CC by the name
Lamar Walker.
Lamar Walker, and the next one usually got this school in the country, them called Cornwall College, where you play for Harborview.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They call him Peter Lee Vassell.
Peter Lee Vassell. When I watch those schoolboys, you know, playing, I mean, I tell you, you know, we have some great midfielder, you know. Different from Jeremy and you and the Hector Wright. Put them out of the you know, there was a player by themselves. These youngsters that I see come up in the past, probably about last 3-4 years. You understand me? When we see them players there right now and them are playing, you know. As what I saying, you see them time that you usually have mentoring in your team. When I play for Portmore and you have like Green, where them kind of keep you together. We come down as a team and practice together. More time people usually say we have a whole of foreigner for our team. I just rustle that up and learn celos.
Yeah.
If you come there as a player, we don't understand the game. You just fit right into the system. Alan Skillco was a man, he have a system of play. You move the ball from the right side. Alan Skillco register himself as a player too, you know. I'm playing a game too, you know. Come on in a game and play, you know. Come on in a football game and play, you know. So when my first year at Port Morant, I win senior player of the year, you know. When I left Cavaliers, I win junior player. And when I went to Port Morant, I win senior player of the year in a national premier. My first year in a national premier league, you know. There was a prize giving that year. Was a prize giving. And when I went to that prize giving and I look on the list, probably you just tell me, say, yeah, Palm, I'm going to take everything and leave, you know. Everything up there, so a year one, you know. Leading goal scorer. I joined leading goal scorer with this player from what other name?
Devon Jarrett.
Devon Jarrett. Devon Jarrett. Yeah, Dover man. I win me and him. But at the time, them just bring on one trophy. For leading goal scorer, the two overtime and 12 goal. 12 goal both of us was on.
You're still playing midfield? Or forward?
I was an attacking midfielder. Okay. My role was a roamer. I roam. When Mark Miller did leave, I think Mark Miller never finished the season. That's when I got to forward. Skill coach Palmer, you have to go play forward, you know.
Okay. I see Clennon Clark telling us about Charlie Miller, Dean Walker, Bucky
Barnes, sorry.
Mark Rose,
Charlie Miller, Bucky Barnes. Wow, Bucky Barnes. Dean Walker. Some
Max
youngster. Max, yeah, they call Max Rose name.
Peter
Bucky Barnes. Maestro. Maestro, no, me I tell you, Donegan, man. Bucky Barnes, DNA Walker. Me I tell you them.
But the Port Morant team never win anything in the Premier League still.
No, honestly, no, you know, we got two. The first semi-final we went to, I think we played Black Lions at Gerrard Park. I was out for those games. Because I had to get a groin injury. I think that was 1990. I think that was 1990. We went to the semi-final with Black Lions. That time Cephas leave Port Morant and went to Black Lions. the year before.
Right. And that time thing there was there as well.
Tolo was, I think Tolo was at Black Lions at that time too. And we play at Jared Park, that semi-final. We lose. We draw the first game in Mobile and we lose the second leg in Kingston because I did have a grind problem, so I was out for the whole of that season. The whole of that time, I didn't play any of those games. It's the following year now, we went to semi-final against Arnett again. And we lose 1-0 in the National Stadium. And we lose 1-0. We lose 1-0.
With Herbert Richards and man. They play with the nice school and Eugene Williams.
Yeah, all of those players. Yeah, man. And we lose.
Yeah, because in that 1989-90 season, Reno beat Black Lions in the final.
Yeah.
And then Arnett beat you, but Reno beat Arnett.
Arnett that year.
1991 season.
Yeah. So
yeah.
that year, the 1990, that was my leaving from there. So now, and you win all those things. You win Jane, knockout, that you play against a team in the like St. Mary and them thing. Well, win that league, get MVP, the Premier League again. I win that year. I win leading goal scorer, MVP. Boy, that year, I think I go home with probably I have about 6 trophies. The only thing I never go home with, it was the leading goal scorer because I did share it with Jarrett, and it was the only, I think them said to me, say, but I'm like, oh, yeah, go home with most of the trophy. Just give that trophy to Jarrett. Because at the time, if I did win the tour with Giant, I only make 1 trophy. Right now, I don't have it at my house for sure, say, I win leading goal scorer because I don't have that trophy.
Yeah.
For sure. Because them they don't only make 1 trophy.
Okay. So
you understand
now
me?
you're at Port Morant and you're doing all of this. Did you get called up during this time to any junior, not Jamaica team or senior team?
That is the time, 1990, I get called up on the senior team. It was Gary Francis, Eubin Giblier, Richard Green, and Alan Skillcole's son. That was the 4 away. Get called from Port Morant. Okay. 1990. Because 1990, I did get hurt. I couldn't play in the semi-final. But I still get called for the team. The coach didn't know at the time. But I turned up for practice when them called up the team. I went to stadium. I make sure show my face. And I went to stadium and I said, boy, coach, my injury and so forth, I don't able.
Who was the coach at that time?
That was Carl Brown.
Okay.
That was Carl Brown was the coach at that time when I get called up. Because before that, people usually say, yo, you fit up on the national team, you gotta stay them go watch a couple games and well, man, I say, yo, I'm say, no man, not before the time. You understand me? It was me and Bingy was sparring that time too, and we went to a game and the man said, yo, I want to fit down this, them time the national team still, I think it was Jeffrey Maxwell was coaching the team them time, and them time when you look on the national team, you can't find a little sharp man up on the team there,
Be a big tall strong man.
Be a giant you sit on the team, Some big strong man you sit on the team. Me I tell you, them time they have some big players. Them time you can't find a short player, a small player on that team.
We're gonna get back to the national script, but I want to ask you thing. So up to that time at Port Morant, who were some of the tough defenders that you had to face that you said, boy, I don't want them on the tackle me,
Honestly, I never fear no defender.
Okay.
Because I think at that time, when I was at Portman, I think Agla was playing for Reno.
Reno, yeah.
Agla, Pala. Reno had a tough team. Reno team, the big. What is player name again? We could have just come from down. I think he, at the time, in the living Clarendon at the time.
Whyte, Calvin Valentine.
Whyte. Them time Whyte just take it from that side and lick it over there. So and Graham just comes up, boop, straight pan Graham. And Graham go, boop in your back. Them time the Premier League was competitive. It was tough. Premier League wasn't like no, Mr. Premier League are mostly like brute force to play Premier League now. You have quality player. You're not taking nothing away from these players still, but at the time, those players that I book, them time you book call the Panton, playing for Boystone, you book Milton Hardware, you book call Dennis from Seba, you book the
Desmond
you book the Desmond Gaddafi Smith, you book the what me skip on name again? Anthony Carvet. And you book the what name again?
Down at Tivoli, we are down at Tivoli where you have to look out for.
You know, you'd have some great defender usually play for Tivoli, like you'd have as a youngster when me I play against Tivoli, you know, you'd have a couple of the Cavaliers and you have these two brother, I think them was Nash them they call them, some Indian. About two Indian brother usually play. Indian man, pretty year man. Usually I think them the name Nash or something like so rough.
Yeah.
Rough defender.
With the Eugene Williams and them.
You call the Eugene. You have a player usually play for Arnett when he I don't forget him name, you know. I remember one day him come to me up by Portman to play Arnett. Them time Herbert Williams was here still. I think that game. Yeah, I think that game was the first time I got him play against Arnett up by Portman. I think them time everything come by Portman, them get turnover. All three love and them thing that them a come home with and one love or so forth.
Except Reno.
No man, we turn over Reno by Portman, man. Reno couldn't come at Portman and come beat man. The team not come Portman. I think Boystone was a team with the draw with them time the Clive teased me that day. Clive said, Palmer, you know you can't score Palmer, man. Me get up on Ninja multiple time, man, and him just come up on me and stop it. And him just look at me and say, Palmer, you don't know, man. I know where you gonna put it all away. You know what I mean? But otherwise, from that still, the Reno team, we usually go by Reno and beat up Reno. We got Moby, go play Violet Kickers and we turn over Violet Kickers. We play Seba, we beat up Seba. No team never usually. Them time that we play Galaxy, we call Galaxy. We draw with Galaxy 2 times. We draw with Galaxy up by Port Morant. And we draw with Galaxy by
Woodside.
That was Jimmy Chin was the manager at the time. Good man. Respect due to your Mr. Jimmy Chin.
Wasn't thing the party to the president now? What's his name was a part of the Galaxy.
Mr. Ricketts?
Yeah. Because he had Jimmy Chin.
Yeah, man. He man Jimmy Chin was like this,
Galaxy.
Man. Yeah, man. The real was a close with Mr. Jimmy Chin, man. Yeah, man, Mr. Ricketts, man.
So you're back to the national team now. So this is your first call-up. You were injured, so you never really got to participate.
Yeah, I was injured going because most of the time in the national training, we were training. So sometimes I will have to be in the stands watching the game. And sometimes I will look and me will go to the coach and I say, boy, coach, you know, say, it don't make sense me there, but the coach would believe in me. Carl Brown. You know, enough people not Carl Brown, you know, but me I tell you, you know. Carl Brown get me back on my foot, you know. Because I see that game and believe in me, I look for him and say, coach, you know, so it don't make no sense, me I go home. And the man said, no man, go to the physiotherapy. Them time he'd have a physiotherapy over by Arena. That physiotherapy, the name, I think him the name Mr. Ford. His name was Mr. Ford, 1990. And he usually send me over there to him and me get my treatment, come by in the stand, sit down, watch the game. And you know, sometimes you're there in the stands and your foot a move, you want there and the feel a play. But if you go back down there, so you just feel into yourself, say, boy, John, I'm going to get hurt again and can't. But you know, one day, the grind kind of feel much better, you know, step down on the field. I did have a friend by the name of Mr. Stamp. He usually carry over by stadium, pick you up and carry home and them time. Them time you're leaving from your house and come at training. You understand me? Because them time you have your club, so you have the little times where you come in, call you and you come in. And so I look and I go down on the field. Papa man go down the flank and square and come say, Papa knock it in at the back of the net. And coach said, that's what I'm looking for, man. But by probably the 15 minutes I down there, I mash up again, I have to lift me off of the field again, and I have to go back and sit down again, and I have to get treatment again. At that time, I think we were playing Shell Cup.
Yeah. I
think, I don't remember if it was a Shell Cup game, but we went to Trinidad. And we were playing. And I think, I don't remember still the team. I think the 1990, you did have a coup. I don't know if you remember, you'd have a coup. Something did happen in Trinidad. Some Muslim thing and them start some.
Yeah, your man saying that Here, man. The man say Reno beat Portmore 1-love. Donovan Brown, aka Dan, broke, skill kill foot. Hagler was killing everyone in the mud. It was a very, very muddy that it was very muddy that game. That is
That
true.
game,
I remember when Hagler broke
when it broke skill foot, in that game. Yeah, and skill father come on the field and get mad that day. Yeah, man, skill father come. Him father was at that game at the time, sitting on the bench, Yeah, man, and him run come on the field, man, and get mad, man. I say, my son, that was a bad injury still, but such is a game. Football, we're gonna get hurt, what I'm saying? But it wasn't like on purpose him do that still. He was making a tackle. Okay. I just automatically just get your coach.
So your first. So you're talking about the Trinidad thing. This was your first time in the national team.
My first time in the national program, in the national team. Okay. My first time, 1990. Honestly, I think it was the last game. I get mine about probably about 20 minutes because I was coming off an injury and the coach didn't know how strong or how fit I was. But I know I get somebody play a ball down the flank and I run down the ball, and by the time me look, usually when me fit on all right and me pick up this ball, you have to be like Flash Garden to catch me back. And when me pick up this ball, I mean, me make two dribble now. When me look, is a defender run me down and catch me back. You understand me? Run me down and catch me back. So I know I wasn't ready. But at least the coach kind of get me back. The last game which we didn't have a chance to go through in that game. Because I think we did lose probably about 2 games or so forth. I don't quite remember still, but we know that game I get a game before the tournament did finish. And the rest is the rest. And I think that wasn't the first time that was the first time I met, what's his name again? John, that's why I know my head really gathering water. No, not Hector Wright. That is, whoa. I'm coaching CC now.
Coaching Lenny Hyde?
Lenward Hyde. That is the first time I meet Lenward Hyde. Different from when Lenward Hyde come to Port Morant.
Okay, first time you meet him in person like that.
In person, I meet Lenny. 1990. I met Lenny. And I have a picture right now. I stand up right beside Lenny. So I say, yo, I hear about them man, man. And it end up I come play with Lenny.
And play with Tiga.
And come play with Tiga because Tiga was one of my idols.
Okay.
Me admire Tiga.
Who are some of your idol in your time playing football?
Badas, Lenny.
Badas is Anthony Corbett.
Anthony Corbett, Lenward Hyde.
Yeah.
Tiga Davis.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Tiga went to
Israel,
1991. When Tiga come back and come into the national team, 91. That was when we were playing Shell Cup. Those times we were staying by Mandeville. That was, I think, 91. It was Tony James. I think it was Tony James was the president at that time. Tony James. Yeah, man. One of the best president I know of. Tony James. That man understands football. Him know what it is. Yeah. And when Carl Brown, big up to Bob Campbell too.
Yeah.
And a gentleman by the name of Duke Fuller. And Mr. Reed. Horace Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Those were some great gentlemen around the football. And you have a player by the name of Dr. Grant. Daddy Grant?
Daddy Grant. Okay.
Daddy Grant. He was part of the executive in the national program 1991. Yeah. And that was the first time when T got no, and we usually stay at Mandeville. That it was by Tony James' place in Mandeville. We were there for a couple time. Well, honestly, man, I lie, that was a rough journey. 91. When I say rough, I mean practice-wise, practice-wise rough, because we usually leave from there and we go to Kirkvine practice. Leave from Kirkvine. Then you have Tony James, he'd have a golf, big golf place. So that them play golf. Coach usually carry over there and make a run. Sometimes we usually ball. Make skipper tell you, man. Badass, man. Make badass time, Mr. Carvey tell you, man.
More time we say, we don't talk to him, I go ask him, man.
More time we say, man, we are going to pack up bag and leave, and go home, man. I tell you, when coach have you run over the hill and run down the hill, and you wake up early in the morning, man. Roger Creed.
Yeah.
He got the whole works, man. I tell you, man, and they will leave. At the time, we'd have a physiotherapy, because I know that physiotherapy when I was playing for Galaxy, I know that physiotherapy. So I think Tiga did have an injury. Blind, physiotherapy, I can't remember his name.
A blind
that
physiotherapy?
Man was blind therapy, when I say blind, some man have them look at medicine. Because you'd have a therapy like that down on it with them, they call him Batman. Him just make up your little thing with them snake oil and them thing there, and them come and rub you and me I tell you feel good.
Snake oil?
And yeah, man, scorpion people show them little rum and them thing upon your thing, man, and rub you and massage your foot and them thing, man. And we were there, I don't remember what was wrong with Tigat, and me I say, Tigat, so me know one man where one time me I play a game and I make a tackle, I end up kick a play underneath him foot bottom and catch him studs, and them time I was playing for Galaxy and me get hurt and
because when you leave Port Morant, you went to Galaxy.
Yeah, when I leave Port Morant, I went to Galaxy.
Okay, all right. So continue now. Yeah, just wanted the people to know that.
Yeah, and 1991, and me as a Tiga, I know a man can do some rub your foot and your feet good, and it end up we go by the man and get him foot, and then it end up we start invite the man down by Mandeville. We talk to the coach and tell him, and and him start get Tiga him little rub him foot and
Tiga mix up.
Yeah, man, and Tiga, man, honestly. When we move from Mandeville, came into Kingston when the tournament close to start, we were staying, I think it was by Sutton Place Hotel. I don't remember, I think it was by Sutton Place Hotel. And we were staying there. Him come in Kingston now because he'd have to have this gentleman that lead him, Carry him, and him can't tell you.
The man actually blind, him can't see.
Yeah, I can't see good, man. Him name Mr. Chout, the name come from Clarendon. Him name was Mr. Chout.
Okay. Whoa.
And when we carry him, man, him will look and say, "Sharp man, are you this?" But him just touch him, and him can say, "Palmer, are you?" Him will look and Tiga and say, "Tiga, that rubber where you get in, you score a goal for me today."
Wait, it look like we have got, we don't know, because Clinton Clark a correct you get him and say, "No, man, you leave Port Morant, you go to Taros."
No, man, Taros. No, when I leave Portman, I went to Galaxy. And then I leave Galaxy. I did play a couple seasons and go to Portman because them said, them want some players. Wait there, Clennon Clam. And probably him right there saying, so I think I go Galaxy, I go Taros, then I left Taros. I leave Taros, qualify them for the Premier League, and then I leave, and then I go back to Galaxy.
Okay.
And then I go to Galaxy. Yeah, man. I think him right. I think him right.
You don't remember all of the details.
Yeah, I think him right. Respect, man. And when that gentleman,
the blind man,
when that gentleman and him look on Tiga and say, them time I will leave Mandeville and come into Kingston and stay by Sutton Place. And him will say, boy, Tiga, you have a goal for me today, And every time him tell Tiga that, Tiga give him a goal. Every time that man, and when that man rub your foot, you feel like a piece of paper going on that field. Light. You feel like you're walking a mid-air. Probably them time in 91 when people see me I play, me I jump all in front of some big tall defender and I take it in my chest and me I move and me I come and me I steal the ball. Them time they were super fit. Them time the coach get to physically fit. Yeah. And we were a bunch of players that hungry. And we were playing for each other. We were playing as a team.
So they never reach a World Cup, man.
Boy, honestly, When you talk about reaching the World Cup, you know, because it take a whole heap of sacrifice and dedication, and because at those times, you know, remember, you know, we usually stay by stadium, you know, up by the national stadium upstairs, you know, where when you go up there, you know, boss man, you sleep on some bunk, you sleep on bunk bed, mosquito, Hector Wright and all those people used to leave from country and come up, you know. And me I tell you, you know, Agla and all of those players, you know, when you see them players that come up in the bars, man, I love them, love the game, you know, because at those times, you know, whenever I get no shelter, when me I tell you, say, we are getting no people a pamper, we and them thing, you know, most of the time I'll Carl Brown. You see Coach Carl Brown yesterday, sometimes probably when Carl Brown get all in PM, I look and say, see about Syria, you can't use that and go home. I can be a witness to that.
So you never
sometimes when Carl Brown get film pay, probably Carl Brown give you money and say you can use that for your bus here. Me can't talk, me can't tell you, me not hide and talk. When we usually stay by.
No, all right, I need to clarify. So is it that you never got any money, or you got your bus fare and you use it, so you have to give you
no, man, them time when they play for Jamaica 99 to them time you know to get nothing. When you getting up, if what them give you no problem, when your parents give you your bus, you have to come up and stadium, you know. When you stadium, you have to when you there stadium, you know, you have to send back home, forget all dinner, you know, for come up and stadium because you can't manage some of the food or sometimes. Respect to the ladies and the two ladies were up by stadium, they say, you know, we usually look after the breakfast and the lunch and the dinner in the evening. You have to lift your hats off to them people, you know, because it's what them get to provide. They provide it for you.
Yeah.
You understand me? Sometimes you see the food and you don't want the food. Because you see your mother food at home, your mother cook your little food and them things and give you. You enjoy that. But when you go by stadium, your parents have to bring food or send food, come give you.
Oh, but that is only the town man then.
No man, it was also for the people that live in the rural area too.
Okay.
Because and sometimes if you find the people that live in the country and them come up in Kingston, sometimes certain things them not eat neither.
Okay.
You understand
so
me?
1991, but you say other things prevented you guys from going to the World Cup.
Yeah, because all right. When we usually play before we start get little sponsor, you have a thing where you call name score. You have a thing where you usually, I think that was our first sponsor. I think it was some score gears. Or probably later on, because when Carl Brown did have the team at those time, 90, 91, 92, because I think I played about 3 qualifying rounds for Jamaica, you know. Okay. I remember some games where we got final in the Shell Cup 90. We got 92 Shell Cup final again and we lose. I think 93 again we got Shell Cup I think final again and because we lose that year in a stadium. You understand me? But 91, all of those years where you see, sometimes you see coach, because probably as well me I say still, you know, probably at those times, you know, probably if it was a different man, when I say a Chinese man or an Indian or whatever, probably they would have spent some money in the program, but probably it was too Carl Brown and Carl Brown is a black man. You understand me? Them not spend the money because them not give the coach. If the coach ask for X, him not get it. Sometimes God, me I tell you, God is great. Because sometimes when we go inside of the stadium and we are trained, we don't have certain equipment like now. When we see equipment around now, we don't have them things then. We not get them things then. Them time that different time from now. The coach have to go through hell to get certain things. And just we the players will love the game and we have to go out to go work hard. Because we are looking for better. Okay. You know, if you say,
you remember your first goal you scored for Jamaica?
My first goal, I think it was 9-1 to, you know, I think it was in the first game in our school, and I think we win that game. I think the first game, we won that game, I think it was 6-0.
Okay.
I think we won that game. 6-0. I think Raji, I think, you know, so it was a man going on the line and square. I don't remember if it was Raji we gone on the line and square that ball. And I lick it one time.
Okay.
It come cross and I lick that ball one time in the net. I think it was me scored the first goal.
What is the best goal you have scored?
Whoa, I have so many. Me score all bicycle pan Warren Barrett down at Jared Park. Them time I play for Galaxy. Me score a Caesars pan him. Me score a lot of good goals, man. Lot of good goals, man.
Okay, so now you say you went to Taurus, you qualified them to the Premier League, and then you move and go Galaxy, which was a big team again, but never win anything.
Yeah, we never. I think we go to a semi-final at that time. I think I get Erto in the semi-final. You know, good management. A man that loved the game so much, Jimmy Chin. You know, he was like a father. He was a father to all the players them that play for Galaxy, because he's a man we kind of look out for you to your welfare. You know what I mean? There said certain way again and tell you certain things where you want you do and them things there. It was like a person like this just want you come and play football. He was a person that sit with you and talk to you. You know, because he was one of the first person when I go to Galaxy. You understand me? And he was like a father. Him look for me and tell me, say, boy, Palmer, you see certain little things. When you get them little change, and him send me go to the thing where you call him NHT, you know. Send me to a lady by NHT, you know. I'm going inside of the office and him say, Mrs. Rowe, Mr. Chin send me come to you, and I just sit down right in our office and just full out the farm and deal with what I'm supposed to deal with. And by a couple weeks after, a young lady, I went by there and I really say, you know, so they have some place by Langshill Park. And from there, so that is history, you understand me? So this is sometime, although you look small, where you get, you have to try to make use of it. You know, I mean, I have to big him up for that too, because it's not like a person just want you come and just play football. You know, Christopher Dawes can give testimony to that too, because him have Christopher Dawes as one of his son too. Yeah. Most all of the players them. You know,
in the Galaxy side.
Yeah, man. Because you'd have all man like Carl. You'd have man like Carl.
Here with you.
Repeat that?
Carl Bingham was down here with you at Galaxy.
No, Bingham was at Galaxy. Was as Hazard.
Oh,
Walter Boy was.
Walter
no, Styler was at Hazard too. Yeah, Walter Boy was at Galaxy too.
Okay, who again? Digered?
No, Hazard.
Okay. Who was at Galaxy with you? You'd have like Walter Boy, you'd have me, you'd have this player from Arnett, I don't quite remember what his name. You'd have Ali P. You have Marco in the name. Rose.
No,
right?
Ali P. You'd have Marco Pratt.
Marco Pratt, okay.
You'd have Marco Pratt who come from where you usually play for Arnett too. And you have I can't remember my player name, man. Live in the state now. Usually go camper down too. Laugh a whole heap, man. The man they always make you smile, man. And when you sad them, man, they make you smile, man. When name again, man, usually play for camper down too. Defender. Whoa. I can't remember what his name.
People, camper down people, you have to tell the Galaxy people, you need to tell us that.
Yeah, man. If usually play for Galaxy too, man.
Kingsley Wellington said that he was in the team as a youth player, as a young youth.
Okay, as a youngster. Okay, yeah, man. Cause you know, you gotta forget some of the man them name. You know them here. But me don't know. Me can't remember.
What was it like playing with Norman? Somebody soon tell us his name. Went to Camperdown overseas. Now played at Galaxy. Anybody know the name? Just tell us. Defender, you say he was. Yeah,
man. He played defender, man. Right now, me see him. The last I think about 2 years ago, me see man. Damn, man. Dominic Smalling, man. Dominic Smalling, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Last time I see him, you know.
Kingsley Wellington say his name is Chinaman.
No, man. Dominic Smalling.
No, man. But Kingsley Wellington is saying that they call him Chinaman.
Okay.
He was a young youth in the team at that time named Chinaman.
Chinaman, yeah, man, you just go CC, man, Clarendon College, man, Chinaman, man. Big up yourself, Chinaman, yeah, man. Chinaman coming at the team, come soon, man, Christopher Dawes and them thing there, you know. Okay, and the next player by the name of Nucci, him live in the state too.
Okay. What was it like playing with Walter Boy? With the Black Pearl, the magician?
No, honestly, all right. It's over my years. It's a Walter Boy,
Yeah.
Roger Creed, one on the right, one on the left.
Yeah.
Anybody fear them two players, man.
All right.
The man have some special dribble. Sometimes all me I play on the field with Walter Boy. And sometimes me I stand up and me just watch him. And me just watch him. Me still all I tell all my kids them up at school about Walter Boy. Me I say you see that player there. One of the greatest players. You see you see all Cristiano Ronaldo and them man there, them think they joke with them man there though. Them player the great man. But me I tell you, Roger Creed. Wow, me I tell you man. It's amazing when you're up on the field and you play with them player, man. They make defender if you think twice.
Man, I say if you ask you remember Cowtail.
Whoa, yeah, man, remember Cowtail. We driver, man, we driver. We driver, you know, we driver, yeah, man. And crappy and all them, man, you know.
Yeah, man. So
yeah,
let me
man.
ask you now. So you're talking that about Walter Boyd and all of that. So here's so we're going to kind of transition now because you're into coaching. What is your take now on schoolboy football and national football generally? I mean, you are a coach, you used to play the game. What do you think about the standard and the quality of play and the quality of football and the love for football now?
Starting from the school level? Starting from the school level. Wow, sometimes it kind of hard, you know, for say sometimes see because sometimes I get some kids coming at the school, probably past them, where you call it, you know, GSAT, we usually call it before GSAT because we can't work with the common entrance and them thing. Then them have a next name, Pep and them thing, them change the name now. And you know, when I'm coming to school, some of the parents them playing prep school football. Sometimes when them come out like high school level, you know, sometimes you have to blame some of the coaches them too, you know. You have to blame some of the coaches them. You understand me? Because some of them I tell the youth them now say them a big baller. Yeah. Some of the parents them I tell me son, coach, you know, so my son him wicked and him bad. And when you get that youngster and him come, the first thing him don't know if he control a ball. And when I was growing up, the first thing you have to know if you can control and pass the ball. Yeah. I mean, know me blessed with that. I blessed with control. I know nobody can take that away from me. Now, where you put the football in the air and it come to me, them usually call me the tar baby. You understand me? Control was just coming like when you take a nap. You understand me? But most of these kids nowadays, I don't think them take the game serious. And a lot of opportunities out there for them because when at GSC I coach the youngster them from the age of 11, 12, 13, 14. You know, when after September you're 14, you can play Pepsi. I look upon them all a while and tell them, say, you see me, so as small as me is, I am a no-nonsense person. Because I learned that from Mr. Henry. No nonsense. As a youngster, when I was with him, and if him tell us at 2 o'clock training, and you reach 2 minutes after, you can't practice, you must send you straight back home. And I usually run from Marvel, go to Calabar. And when I went to GSC, he was the head coach for the Manning Cup, and I was his assistant. You understand me?
You have been at JC all this time?
Yeah, I've been at JC from 2006.
Oh, so you work with Maggie and there was Junior Fleming?
Yeah, man, Junior come straight for Junior win Pepsi with me 2 years straight.
What about Maggie?
Maggie, no. When Maggie passed from Dunoon, Maggie come to JC to get a transfer. But when I saw him, he come to my training. The first time he went to my training. And I see him, and he was the type of player where on the field, when him just take the ball and him dribble, and when him lose the ball, him walk. So when I break for water break, I call him and say, youngster, come over here. Make a talk to you. And I said to him, you know, football don't play some. You don't take the ball, and by the time when you dribble and you lose the ball, you stand up and expect somebody to work and just give you back the football. And he was like, him start giving me some shoulder move like him and say, I will coach you at about. And I just say, yo, I don't come back on my field.
Yeah.
I said, don't come back on my field. And him leave and go to the school of his choice. Don't know. And that same year, I book him in Pepsi. And I give Donun, I think that we give Donun about 10 love, and he was playing on the Pepsi team too. And the following year, him come to GSC.
Oh, okay. Okay. Whoa.
Skill-wise, skill-wise, don't take that away from him, you know.
Yeah.
Skill-wise, with that left foot to him have, don't take that away from him. But you see the work rate, the work ethic, him don't have that.
You saw that from that time?
I saw it from that time, and I tell him, say, no, football don't play some.
Whoa. Interesting story. Interesting story. What about Junior Fleming? What was it like working with him?
The first time I met Junior, it was the first time in pass, see me like Maggie in pass, in exam, and I see him by school. I think he was going to summer class. And you know, in the summer, you have your pre-season. And I see him, and he was running up and down. You know, you have lunchtime and you still practicing. And I think he was running, and I looked at him and he said, sir, you know, me can't play football. And I said, sure. I'm saying, you can't come to my practice. And I think him said to him, say, but sir, I don't remember if him saying never have no boots or something. I said, you can wear your shoes and come. And when Junior come, Junior was a player like this. Junior didn't have no whole heap of skill. You must take it and push it past you and bust up your neck in a drift of a time and kick it past you. You understand me? Because my team, I think it was 2009. Junior was a skipper for my Pepsi team. 2009. And the only thing I look upon him and tell him, so let me tell the players, let me tell you something. You see, me as a coach, some only someone having a skill, but you see where I got to change, you don't know, I got to change on a discipline towards the game. I not going to change so much with you, and I can change your discipline. I just want the discipline. I want to come and practice and work hard. And most of those players come and practice. Sometimes, you know, at that time I was leaving from Clarendon to Kingston, and I would call and say, you are going to reach late, you know. Junior David, I want you to run my training for me. And I say, I go, you say, everything when me set up and I do before, when I go and I see those kids and everything them set up, sometimes I have to say, them I say, sir, you're not ready. I say, no, go and do the thing, man. Yeah. That time you have Junior Flemings, you have Damani James that leave JC and went to Georges. Yeah, he was a player that died on the field too. He was one of my players. The Sigree.
Okay.
The Mackay that you see that was playing for Cavaliers. Oh, lots of players, man. Lots of players, man. I tell you, those was a set of players. All of those players left from Pepsi. Them never win Coles. Them win triple champion in Manning Cup.
Okay. Yeah, I see Clennon Clark here reminding us about some of the names. Quack, Merrick, Hulk, Warren, Rubberman.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cho.
That's
yeah,
the Galaxy baller.
Yeah, man. All of them him just call a while ago. For real, man. Quack and the man live down by Clarendon side here, so. Down by Veer side section, you know. What and you know, so Warren Byron, what probably if Warren watches, you know, Warren supposed to kill me in the car. Warren Byron is my neighbor, you know.
Okay.
Mr.
Warren,
Simpson. Sorry, Mr. Simpson. Mr. Simpson. Warren Simpson.
Yeah.
Warren Simpson is my neighbor, you know. Was a good defender, you know. Good defender. He was a coach at Glenmore too, you know.
Okay.
With Jackie Walters, was Jackie Walters' assistant too.
Okay, and then Prince Madison, big up. My baller Wayne Palmer, real midfielder that. Now you see him, no you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, man, now you see him. Cho. Yeah, man, blessed man. Yeah, man.
So let me ask you now. So you're saying that some of these players, when you look at some of it you say is a player's fault and the parents saying that they are big ballers, some of it is a coaches and thing. But what about our overall football continuity?
All right, you see with development now, you see these kids nowadays, the opportunity is here. All right, starting from me. When I have my youngsters, 12-year-old, I look upon them and tell them, let me tell you something. Not only someone who come from the garrison, you have to work hard. You have to take this game serious. Your mother don't have this amount of money. Football can be your vehicle out of the garrison. it can ease down a lot of pressure off your mother, because forget a scholarship and go up on your mother for dig in her pocket to find that amount of money. She no problem. Probably you go for probably 1 year and you can't finish in another year. Cause tuition free expensive.
Yeah.
You understand me? These players nowadays, I don't think them take the game serious enough. And there's a lot of opportunity out there that I don't think them take the training serious enough. And I think some of these coaches though, who are training these, they make some of the kids them control. Them feel like if them look on you and say, yo, let me tell you something. You is not the man, you know. You see me? If some of my players them listen to this program and willing for calling, I don't take nonsense. I don't deal with joke. You see, football, I always tell them, say, you see me, if I never love the game, I stop even coach it. I still have fun I deal with it because I love football. I like the game. I love it. I like it. I love it. You understand me? When I deal with my football, that is, I take my football very serious.
Yeah. So when I turn up on time, ready for training,
yeah,
ready
man,
for work.
No, man. I see kids are come on my practicing and when I'm reaching, I see my walk. I say run and I'm still a walk. I say, yo, I hold 2 weeks. And I see you 2 weeks so you hold. You say you're the home, just looking at yourself. And you say if you feel like you want to come back next week, you can come. But me now will call you, but when you come the next week, make sure you're serious.
Yeah.
I'm a no-nonsense person. Make sure you're serious. You see, when you come for my football field, everything done. You see the joke thing, finish. I'm not going to tell you, say, you know, I am the best coach. You know, I'm still learning. You understand me? I go around and when I watch a coach out there, so I watch him and I say, you know, say, I can put in my little thing for nothing. Because sometimes, you know, because you have enough for the coach, you know, sit down and I watch the coach from overseas, you know, and I watch them program, them come with them pretty, we call it the pretty drills them, and set out all some whole heap of pretty cones them on the field. And when you look, the youth them don't know if to move on the field. Them don't know them position. If you have a youth, if you see some youngster, you ask him, say, oh, which position you play? Them will tell you the same play everywhere. But when you put him on the field, him don't understand where I go on. We need to set some system for the young kids them. All of the programs them that I see. From years, I hear this, you know, the national program supposed to have a feeder tree, you know.
Yeah.
Couple of years ago, I watch a Jamaica team, you know. You have one team, I think they beat up, I think must say Argentina, you know.
Yeah. They went to a tournament in Argentina, I think the Panam team.
Yeah, and everybody
asking.
Where is all of those players?
That's what we all keep asking.
Everybody lost. You have the Maggie them and all of those players. You should have a system set up for them long time. Where you have those players that groom them in our system. You have them that groom them. You don't wait till now when at the appointed time you throw them in some games and you give them 2 games and by the time you quit you take him out again. And you know you kill that player morale in them.
Yeah. So you have to give them enough game. Yeah.
You have to give them enough game. You understand me? Because you see players, you have to understand players. You understand me? You see, sometimes you have players, you have to just sit down with them and talk to them. Where you got through. Because sometimes you don't know what players I got through. Sometimes some youth come on my training and you know, so sometimes I have to run from him house, from him chores them. Him no want to do no chores Saturday morning, so I say, yo, I got training, you know. And parents bringing him just coming on my practice and I say, yo, I'm telling you something. He say, if you know you gotta wake up this morning and you don't feel good, don't bother turn up for practice. He say, if you know so you gotta run from your house, from your chores, don't come on my practice. Because if you come on my practice, I'll tell you to leave. And I don't want that happen. My practice is probably me the only probably coach where I coach Pepsi will probably have all 200 and 300 kids that turn out, you know.
Whoa.
300, you know. 200, you know, sometimes you look on all the field, you know, probably now it's just through the COVID to come in over from 2019.
But you can't coach so many persons one time, man.
All right. And you know, so I broke it down and carry it back right down. When I have 200 and when you send home some kids, you know, some next one, come back the next day and say, sure, I was here the day before, you know. You know why though? I get some of my senior players and say, yo, I want you to watch them players over there. So me have them players over and you send over the one them where you feel like good to you and make him come to me. So I saw me take my little time and just cut them down. And see one where him send over to me, you know, I just put him in this section here. And when me work and me feel like, all right, you and can't work in this group, me just say, all right, it's the next year. Me not gonna tell you to stay home still, you know. But me set up a little thing set up a little team where we know we're gonna pick about 5 teams. I want to come early and I make on play and enjoy and say because here I see kids. You see, sometimes you tell a kid, a youngster to go home and you cut him, you know what that do? That can kill him, mash him up mentally. Him just end up not love football again. So you have to always try to find a way how to keep him involved. You set up a little thing up at the school and say, you put on a little tournament. Me myself will find the trophy. I want to just come and play. And that's what I do. Sometimes it end up don't go right to the end still, you know. But at least you start and make them have some fun. Because football is all about fun for the youngsters. You have to make them have fun. If them not have fun, it don't make no sense to make them play the game.
Right. So let me somebody, I don't know, you could forget this name, Fabian Davis, fabulous.
Yeah, man, fabulous, man.
Wasn't he at Galaxy too?
Wait, let me say for the room. I think Fabian, no, Hazard.
Hazard, okay.
Yeah, Hazard. Right. Hazard, Fabian.
Somebody said that you must tell us how you mash up Chris Zadie in 1986 stats versus St. John's and then wait till the ref now look and thump it in your belly.
Yeah, man, that's true, man. Yeah, man. I was still, you know, it's all about the fun of the game. You understand me? Because honestly, I will players my mash up still, but you know them, they never even too worrying. You just make your fans them just. You understand me? And when you talk, you just laugh. Yeah, man, you just make the fans them.
Which international coach you said that, listen, this is a coach that I look at, which some of the coaches that you admire and you kind of implement some of their philosophy in your whole coaching?
All right. I love Rene's system. Rene Simons. Yeah. I love him system. And probably if the national team probably even take a little page all time thing still, if I even look at him, because sometimes you know you can't take everything where you see a coach doing it. Sometimes you have to implement your little thing where you know to, and it will work for you. Because sometimes you see a coach overseas that do a system where probably it don't work for we out here. But we have to take it and we have to blend it together. You know, in pieces, you take piece of Philemon and you understand me? And you just take your time and you can't just change everything. I did love Rene's system. And I feel like if the national team did play that system right now, we would not lose so much game. And I draw some game where you close down the people, where you close down the players them quick enough. We're not doing that. You cannot give good players room to play football. You have to close them down from early. You have Pep, me like Pep strategy on play, me like him system. But otherwise, sometimes I watch a coach him still, and sometimes I go on YouTube and you know and see some of the drills them I see them do still, and you know put my little thing and mix it up. Sometimes I change up a little thing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, I go up on YouTube and see the teams them over so I do. You understand me? Because JC really play a 4-4-2 system. Sometimes you change it up. You understand me? But we need a program. If we are dealing with the from the national program, if you are dealing, same like we have the schools them do. Them have a system where them set. If we go and play 4, the Pepsi, the Coles, the Manning Cup go and play the same way. You understand me? You can't Manning Cup I play that system, yeah. Under 14 I play that one. Yeah. So when the youth them leave from right here and right, you have to go start back right over again. If understand that system there, it's best you just have one system where you say, yo, I'm gonna work with it, and you try something else in case you book up on a team where you can change it.
Yeah. I see someone else here is saying that big up Robert for the comment. Merrick Morrison and Leo Pusey, they were at Galaxy with you.
Merrick Morrison. Yeah, man. Merrick Morrison, yeah, man.
And Leo Pusey.
Leo Pusey, I know that name they still in them. But I think Leo Pusey, I think that name the ball they usually play for Waterhouse, I think now.
Okay. Yeah, just suddenly. But I like what you said though. You don't have to take everything from what Simoes did, but take some of the things. But so what is your thought on the national team now in this World Cup campaign?
Wow, honestly.
You think we can still qualify?
Honestly, me as a player, me not give up. Okay. We still have a slim chance. But we still have to go change some things. If we want to win games, we have to tell the players them say, yeah, well. And sometimes we wonder still if the coaches them sit with the players them probably in our team and upon an individual note. You go to a man and you sit down with him and you talk to him and say, yo. Because watching the national team still, I mean, all of the years of me play for Jamaica, because me play for Jamaica from 1990 go straight to 98, you know. And I don't see a leader on this senior team. I don't see our leaders. You know, a man would have say, it's just be a followers. I don't see a leader. We can rally the team. Like when a Pepe and them man they play. A Pepe and not even the captain. Him rally the troop.
Yeah.
You understand me? Me not see the players them play with that hunger. You understand me? A couple of the games I miss them. Sometimes probably on YouTube I go up and watch back some little replays and them thing there. You understand me? Because them don't really give me that urge and that anger for just sit down. And when I sit down in my room, I can sit down and watch the team. Probably they make me go walk out back with a headache. But we love football, man. Watch my national team playing and sometimes my head hurt me, you know.
Why? Them that bad?
Me just don't like I just don't like what me I see.
What do you prefer to see?
Honestly, I prefer me see the players them I go out and I can watch your body language and say them players I go out there go give them all. And when it done and you lose, me can say yeah. But sometimes you find them playing a spurt. You find that man I give you a good game today. When you look next week, the next man and I be a 2-2 man I give you a game or a 1 man. You can't find all a 8 man I give you a good game. If you have the team and you find 8 players I give you a good game, you know much that though? At least that can back up the team. But sometimes when you look, you wonder where I go on the field. If the players most of them, if them not talk or them not understand or them not understand how me want the football down here, so and how me supposed to move right and so we are play the ball from defense to forward. You see go back to my kids them. You see my Pepsi team?
Yeah.
If you can call it from all of the years from 2006 when me there at GSC, ask all of my players. You can't take my football as a goalkeeper, but you take my ball reach and you take my ball and I kick it up field, you know. Them days of football done long time. If your team and your players them need a breather now, nothing wrong with that. You take out some of the pressure. But we can't under so much pressure from 90 minutes. We're under pressure and we just take the ball and lick it up there and hope for your man get it. Good teams are going to take the ball and carry it back right back pan with. Right, you know, so give your team.
Go ahead, man, and then we'll read a couple of comments. Go ahead.
We don't give a players them. We're bypassing from defense to forward. And then by the time reach a forward, by the time our midfield reach up there, so it lick back over and made and have to reach back down. So our defendant reach back, you know, booming our back our goal, you know.
All right, so let me get a couple of comments and then we come back to you. One, and this is Simon Preston. Big up Simon Preston from Reggae Boys commentary. Also saw Coach Minzy from Coach's Desk in the room as well. Simon says leaders take time to build. With a lot of new faces, it will take time for a few to come and establish their presence, right? I think this other comment also ties into it, so let me just give it them and then let you respond. So
yeah,
he says you can't have a leader when everyone is just trying to secure their spot, even if they don't deserve it. And then Simon says then Blake is a leader, but we do need more. So he's saying that I agree
we have a leader,
but Blake is a leader in the team.
Yeah, but we still need more leaders on the field. All right, we must know probably Blake can lead the team still, but Blake alone can't do it. We need more people for show up. You understand me? We need more people for show up still. But as I say still, when we leaders, you can't have one man leader troop, you know.
Yeah.
You understand me? You can't have one man can rally a team, you know, because as I tell a man, say Pepe do it. You understand me? I see Pepe do it. And when Pepe come on field and comes, you see people, you see different movements, you see different vibes, you see different movements, you see man spirit lift.
But I saw Damian Lowe, I don't know if he has done it before. And I think what we have missed is the spectators in the stadium, because I know like at the last game, closer to the end of the game, I said Damian Lowe tried to rally, like when we had a corner, when we had a free kick, he came to the grandstand, he tried to rally the supporters, and he started to get the noise going, and he turned around and like he was saying, come on to his teammates. So I saw that in Damian Lowe. I don't know, maybe he needs to do it some more, but I did see some of that. But I think the bigger point that you're making is how the team play more so than the leadership. Like I said, you have a system where your goalkeeper cannot play the ball long, except that they're under immense pressure. But with the national team, it seems to be is it the players cannot execute the coach's instructions? For example, could it be that the coach wants to play it at the back? These are the best players, but they're not good enough to do it. Or is it that the players, I don't know, because what would make the players consistently do this? Is it the players, it is the coach, or is it a combination of player and coach?
Wow. It's sometimes still probably the players them now listen to the coach's instructions still. You understand me? And when them go on the field, them do something different. You understand me? But as with me as still watching the team, because before the World Cup, I watch a couple games well with them. And we cannot even, because people are saying it's not playing pretty football win games, you know. You understand me? It's a ball in the back of the net. But we have good strikers, but the ball not reaching the strikers as all the strikers them forget the ball, put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Well, we haven't been playing with any creativity though in midfield.
We don't have that, but we don't have no midfielder we can split pass and the man is bounce the ball at the back of it because we don't have that. You understand me? We don't have sometimes I wonder what happened. You understand me? Because we play more than 3 games. So you want to tell me which sometimes the teams change up.
We have played 8 games in the qualifiers so far.
Yeah, we are all international players. Some people also are used to you play a different style of football. But one to the rest of teams, them where the players them leave from different places and come meet up. And I see them on the field and play.
Maybe some of those players they were part of a system from the youth stages, so they know what to do when they get to the senior stage.
Because all right, we have players on this team that play together more than probably these 8 games of my see play, and we still can't get 2. We still cannot get 2 passes together even with monks, even 6 players. Let me put all the games them together, and probably we ain't looking at every one of the teams them, you know. But we in El Salvador, we beat down El Salvador.
No, we defeated Honduras down in
Honduras. You know, Honduras put the ball together more than we, although we win that game.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Most of the games so far, the team have better possession than us.
Better position.
Yeah.
You understand me? If I even one time then make us say we can't keep the ball for even. Why when we have the ball, we lose the ball so much? Why when the next team have it, them can't take it and play it around and we have fair chase? Why? Because we're not playing together as a team. The backman not pushing up for that space enough, fast enough. We always have space. I watch, I think, the US game where I see we lose 2-0. You know that the ball start from the goalkeeper and throw it, get the wing back, and the wing back lick it right this and lick it, and one square come boop and ball in the back of the game, in the back of the net. And the next one, the man is go on the next line, the left side, boop, boop, and square, boop the man in the back. So we're not looking, we're not marking. Yeah, the game where we play in a stadium where we lose, where we draw 1-1.
That's the last game, Tuesday.
Yeah, we have 4 man stand up round. The man play the ball around him and really walk. I don't call that running and walk. The man walk, go back around the defender right there and bounce the ball past the goalkeeper. You know? And about 4 man I run down that one man, you know. Are them little things, you know, man. Are them little things that we have to look upon as
Is it
players.
not a player? What is it the player's issue or the coach though?
Players, because because the coach can't go, the coach can't go up on the field and run down the man.
Okay.
When you're up on the field, like you have to go to go run down the man, you know. The coach can give you an instruction.
Right. So let me say this. What about the persons who would say, well, if the coach put the man out there, if you know the man not going to run down the man, why you put him out on the field? You said to Maggie, you can't play for my team with this attitude, you know, and him leave and go on a different school.
Yeah.
Marky, he came back at some point. But isn't it part of the coach's job as well to say, listen, this is what I want you to do, and if you don't do this, you can't be a part of the team.
Yeah,
and if you're not executing, you're getting dropped. Yeah,
come sit down beside me. Come, I think that, you know, but if you go out on the field and you know do what me want you to do, you're going to hold a seat right beside me, man. I'm going to take you off of the field back. Probably as a hell that you're not going to do them, but you see kids, you have to make them know, say, you what. So me staying if you go up on the field and want to do your own thing out this and that, me you don't willing to learn. You can come have a seat beside me right here, so. But if you have your player as a senior coach and you give him an instruction and you play him another game and you see him do the same thing and you play him back again and you see him do this and you keep on play him, that mean probably something wrong there, son.
Something wrong. All right, let me take a couple of comments. Eddie Blanks, hello from Beverly Hills, California. Big up Eddie Blanks. Then Chris Simmons is asking if you remember Buster. I don't know if you know Buster.
Yeah. Me know that name there, you know. Buster.
You have to be more. You have to be clearer, Chris Simmons. And then Delirious 90 or Delarue 98 says, "Big up Wayne Palmer." Your nickname is Lick Shot Palmer.
Lick Shot Palmer, yeah man. Yeah man.
Okay, I didn't know that. I always wonder. And then I see Simon Preston says, "Well said. You don't need the armband to be a leader. Just lead by example." Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
That's true. You know.
All right. Blake will lead the team from. That's how he's leading. All right. So that and then Simon saying again, I remember your goal versus St. Kitts in the Caribbean Cup 1996. You remember that? You remember that goal?
First goal up, man. I said goal. We not talk about the first goal of the score that 90. Wait, that is Simon Preston.
Yeah, man.
You know, say like honesty. You know, say me I say a little thing, you know, say that young gentleman is still, you know, so the first time I see him and I think I say, yo, that youth, I mean, I know still, you know, that youth, I know the game, you know. Why are them not give them youngsters them chance and, you know, him getting boss and him do well, you know. You know, respect, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Then Donovan McGroder says, I agree with Wayne. Too much long balls. Our approach plays no good. The ball have to spend time in midfield, which is what you were saying. And then Simon Preston is then saying that, and he remembers your goal in the two of win in the 1996 Gold Cup when you played against Guatemala.
Yeah, man.
So you scored against St. Kitts and then you scored against Guatemala.
Yeah, but you know, say, you see, the Jamaica team will qualify for the 98 World Cup. Enough people don't know, you see that game there? Carl Brown put me another game there, you know, a Suriname, you know. You can't forget that day there, you know. Because
that is the first World Cup qualifier.
And at that game, they qualified Jamaica, because, you know, we'd lose that game, they would we have got a street back home. T got scored another game there. You see, you see, I think me that is a Paul Young thing too, you know. You see, Paul Young, and one of the man, you know, we carry that team from after this team, you know, the Barbados and them next games, they were putting in goals, and them thing there, you know. And you see most of them players, them people don't give them props. Because you know, some people don't remember. Jamaican people on a whole, we don't remember we players them down the line. Them going to see the one them right in front of them face. Because Jamaica don't have no whole highlight pan players. They must take them thing down and throw them in the rubbish bin. If you check it out, I watch one game one long time, you know, where they must show me, I sit down and I watch a game, you know, some long time games. I'm sit down and I say, why the people them can't show all the youth them? We rather show be a foreign games. Get some of them clips which them not have none of them things there. Them not have none of them things they can't show. You understand me? Because we have whole heap of good players, you know. Not for them players where some of them kids are sit down and watch we play overseas, you know. We have players where they are Jamaica, you know, me I tell you. What them I do now, them do them things a long time. Where Ronaldinho and them things, the youngster me usually sit down and watch I do them things. The Walter Boy and Roger Creed and them things, them man. Now you see it, now you don't, and them things them. You understand me? But we supposed to have some little clippings and highlight our players them too. Make the youth them sit down and see the things them what the man them usually go through too. The struggles them too. You understand me? The love what we have for the game. Not for them kids and I really love it. And them have a whole heap of things ahead of them right now because right now you have a whole heap of contract. You have college. That's what me telling them, I have my youth them up at GSC, you know. When me look at them and tell them, let me tell them something. You see my football when me want to play, my discipline is on the left, right here, so at least you can look and say, boy, Coach Palmer. The man that is strict, you know. The man that is hard for please, you know. I know me want to know one of my players them come from one day, you know. 6th farm I'm reaching, I have him from 1st farm. And him come to me and say, sir, you like my white shirt? I look upon him and smile. I say, what you mean? I there's some once you reach. Are you we mago? Probably I'm last year, this are you we know. You understand me? Them thing them want to see. For the youths them. If you can't get a football scholarship or whatsoever, but you have to take the game serious. See me like how you deal with the schoolwork. You have to deal with the football. So if you anything where you do in a life, you have to take it serious. You deal with the schoolwork serious and you go home. You're going back on the joke thing. It don't make no sense.
Yeah. I mean, Donald Bonito is saying that you need to tell the people that you are just 4'9", but no boy can out jump you.
Nah, man, you could have been 6'5", 6'10". No guy no come in front of me, come out jump, man. As you talk about that, you know, so we got key, man. Carl Brown was the coach, and we play a three-team tournament. I don't remember which year. We play Tottenham Hotspur, they come, and Cayman and Jamaica national team. And I think we will play Cayman and beat Cayman. I think it was 3-2. And we about Tottenham. I tell you, I look up in one of the white man, them, I tell you, I think it was a light post, I look up in him. I saw this man, a strong man and firm. And, you know, the game, and them get a corner. You know, the man look for me and do. The man hold up him man that year, like him, I tell him teammates say, you know, see, I want to look be in a baby this beside me. Like him, I come, so. I say, I want to look sharp, man, this one. Let's stick it in the ear. I said, the man square it and he come up in the ear, and the man say, I go up in the ear and I hit the first one. The man said, no, man, this is not real, man. The ball go outside and then go back again, you know. And the man square it, you know, I go up in the ear and come and jump in my head, you know, him run me down on the field and stop me and lift up my foot bottom. And I look underneath my foot bottom when him see underneath. But
well, look at the boots.
I look to see if him see a spring. Yeah. Up to that day, I don't forget that day. I tell you, man. Honestly, it was a, you know, a experience, man. The man run me down, man, and say, wait, that way you have underneath your foot. The man one day if it's a spring, me have underneath. I pick him no nose, me just time the jump. Because I could have the jump high, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that was my asset to, you know what I mean, then? You know. I'm a user, I'm a work with it as my tool.
Yeah, I'm skipping through some of the comments and things, just getting some of them so you can respond. This person is asking, why these youth here know first touch, no good like Whappy Valentine.
Whoa, me, I tell you.
What is the problem with the first touch in the football now? Because you guys had worse surfaces back then in comparison to now.
And that was the same thing I was saying Saturday gone in a training session. You know, me I look on the kids and I say, if you look at most of the Whyte House, the Harborview, the Arnett, the Boystone, and some field where you usually see before. Harborview, when you look on the field, you don't even want to drop on the field. Because if you drop, probably the whole of you cut up. And we get some nice surface now.
Yeah.
back in our time, and when have some nice surface now, the whole of those fields set up decent and nice now. And the control is still poor. Me see play on the national stadium on the grass field, all miscontrol, you know. Which national stadium probably is not the best international field still, but me see players still a miscontrol. That is the first thing. You see these kids, them don't work on that. You know the first thing when them work on, 90% of these kids, them put all 20 of them right in front of me. You see little things them when them take the ball and flick over them foot them, the whole of them can't do that. And I tell them say it's not that play football. How much time a player can give up on the field for you flick the ball? You know the thing when them calling around the world.
Yeah.
And most of that them can do. And them do them around the world. And I say, how much time you gonna get on a football field for practice that? Why you don't practice to learn to control?
You know what is funny? That is so true. Let me tell you that a lot of these players nowadays are practicing things that they don't get to do on the field. And it seems
simple.
Like, yeah, that's a very good point. Maybe they need to spend some more time practicing the basic craft of the game.
Kick the ball upon the wall of your house, your mother will paint it back over and control the football.
I tell people that I learned to control using tennis ball. Right?
Right now, I don't cut you. Right now, if you check my bag, three of those tennis balls me having in my bag.
Yeah. So I used to throw the ball up, chest it, hit it on the wall, and wherever I come back, I control it with the tennis ball. Hit it on the wall again. When it come back, control it. Wherever I come to my head, I head it back to the spot. Come to your chest, I control it. And you learn to control. I never used to. I tell people, you say that you can juggle 200. I said, listen, I'm going to work on controlling and passing. I'm going to work on controlling because if I can juggle, at that time people used to juggle and catch it in the shirt and chew it up
and chew it.
I'm saying you're not going to do that in the game. You're not going to do that in the game.
You know? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
So that is so true. But Chris Simmons, I know Chris Simmons is asking, but I'm going to ask him again. But he did speak about Calvin Wappy Valentine, so maybe you're joining the stream late. So he's asking, what are your thoughts on Calvin Wappy Valentine?
Nah, man, Wappy, wow. Boy, I can't have nothing bad to say about them man. Then, them man catch it from point A and lick it at point B, you know, man. Wappy. Yeah, when a man catch it, man, Wappy a great player, man. You know, say during Wappy time, I don't think Wappy they get a chance to represent Jamaica. Yeah, I don't think Wappy get a chance.
The thing is that I think his weight, because he was always big body.
That's true. Yeah, and probably Wappy will more get away with. Yeah, he will get away with a lot of things in your club. And probably national team, a coach might be say, yeah, Wappy, you're not going to do no whole run up and down for me. Now. But Wappy a great player, man. Great, man. Yeah. Respect on them thing they go to them, man. Me usually stamp and admire. When they on the field, me admire them, man, when they lick the ball from one corner. Wappy, Hector, Jeremy and you. A few of them players that you can find, we can lick it. Different from the three youngsters them where I come up now where you can stand up and lick the ball from point A and straight to a man and them thing there. Hector right, just stand up and lick it point blank straight to you. Yeah, if you want it on your chest, it will go straight on your chest. Jeremy and you, if him take it and lick it so straight on your chest, it will go.
I remember Hector right when they used to warm up and he used to like and the players are out there. They would say, where you want it? Same thing what we used to do, you know. They would say, where you want it? You want it? No.
Yeah.
Whoa. Straight. You know,
yeah, man. Straight. You
want to say tight?
You don't even have to move.
You don't have to move, you know?
Yeah, man. You don't even
practice. And see, that's why we need the camp to teach kids the basics. I think so. I think we really need to go back to and keep getting the kids to practice. Again, part of the issue, Wayne, which is what you said earlier, there are so many distractions now that when a youngster leave your 2-hour session, there's no more training again until even train Tuesday, probably until Thursday. So he miss a day and it's just 2 hours. Back in my time, every day is training. You come home, you do your own thing. You're going to school. A lot of times when you were going to school, man, I juggle some box, like I said, man, I juggle some orange going to school.
The road
with the orange go to school. You go to so all of these. There was a constant practicing. and playing at the game on weekends. Because I can talk about me. When they go football field in the morning on a Saturday, you know, we don't leave until evening time.
Son,
Or when big man,
tell problem.
when big man comes
Yeah,
from
man.
play ball.
True.
You know,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man. So then I see Richard Stewart saying that the ball was leather in Wayne Palmer's time, so it was easier to control. Let me tell you this. I can tell you this. Hold on, let me say, Richard Stewart, you give any one of these big men now the same ball that the youth them are use. And you need to watch some, listen, you need to watch Durant Brown and the Wayne Palmer and the Hector right now. You need to watch them now with this kind of new ball that them have. They are still very good.
But him need to come and watch Kingston Spring Masters League play.
Yeah, you need to come and watch Kingston Spring Masters. Even that.
Yeah, man. When you have
the team from Montego, the Violet team with Hector Wright and
because
watch them.
Yeah, them have a good team down there too. Because we played against them couple years with good players and the same football we using.
Same football right now.
Same football. Some don't know what I must say.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
No, man. Are the same letter them we I use right now. If you lick it right now, for me anyway you lick it glue.
Brain drain. Please remember that you're a moderator, right? So be careful what you type in a brain drain. And Barrington is talking about Keith Badas Tomlins in terms of passing the ball, because he was very good from.
Yeah. Keith, yeah, man, Badas. I think about 2 years ago, I went in the state and played some like a school like a tournament with him, and you know, it was a pleasure linking up with all those players from back then. You know, it always being a joy, man.
Listen, let me tell you this. You give Lenny Hyde skill call any ball right now. All right. If you don't believe me, Richard Stewart, go and look at Eldama. That's Andrew Fedama Bailey. Or Eldama Bailey. Check out
man. Fedama, man.
Check out what them are doing with the ball now. In terms of them control.
Yeah, man.
Like I said, really watch
Not change.
It don't change. The ball don't change that.
Not change.
Is that somebody said it earlier? It is practice, repetition, muscle memory.
Yeah, man. Not change, man. The only thing we can leave you is fitness, you know.
Yeah.
Your skill not leave you.
That is true.
You know.
That is true.
Your skill not leave you. Because I still have my touch. When some people see me play, I don't remember still, you know, him name Craig Whyte. Him see me and I say, Palmer, you know, you could have still play Premier League.
Craig Whyte.
Yeah, Warlord. And I say, Palmer, you know, it was a joy more time when I play with you. We play on the same team, Kingston Spring Masters.
Yeah, man.
And me, I tell you, no left none of the players. We still have Lincoln Tough are the same thing. Play the ball around same way. And Tati, when you see Tati play defense, anybody run compound Tati take the ball and turn same way. Not change.
Yeah. It's just fitness.
The only thing we can leave, you know, it's fitness. And one at a time we are train Masters League, and if you see we train, you feel like we're going to play a Premier League or Manning Cup. We train hard.
Yeah. All right. So Chris Smith is go ahead, man.
Because we practice serious. Because we know what it can do for us. We might be not playing a really big thing for nobody, you understand? But people come out and watch it, and me I tell them out and you see the Masters League I play. Me I tell you a joy. The amount of spectators will come out.
Yeah, man. And somebody said,
you know?
Chris Smith is asking if you remember Buster from Galaxy. What do you think about him as a player?
Buster, you know, I know the name still, but I don't remember if I play with Buster.
Chris Smith, you have to give us the correct name, man, because I'm not remembering Buster.
Yeah, right. Buster. I know the name still, you know. I know that name, you know. But I don't remember if I played that year with Buster. Probably it was before when I leave and go Galaxy.
Okay, so Galaxy was the last team you played for, though?
No, you know, so it did end up back. I did leave and they go back to my homegrown and play as a player school, because when I go back to Marvel, I end up Yeah, I end up coach the female team, you know, the women's team.
Okay. Oh, when
And
you were
I end
doing
up,
well.
yeah, and I end up
What?
with, no, at the time when they were doing well, it was another coach, but I was helping him at the time, some of the times, but when I get it as the head, I win with them. I win with that team, coaching that team, and I get coach of the year. I think it was 2004. I think it
Yeah.
was 2004, and I get coach of the year, coach of the season at that time. And I did leave and I coach Constant Spring Major League. I think it was 2017. And win with the Major League team as a coach too.
Okay, I went to Super League.
Yeah, and then went to Super League, and me and the management kind of, you know, and I did leave, you know.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. So at JC now, still working with the youth.
Yeah, still with the youngsters.
Okay, all right, wonderful. I mean, are you open to, if invited, is there any part of the national program that you'd like to work in, if given the opportunity?
If me get the opportunity, you know, me can put my little input, you know, I help out because honestly, because where I'm seeing right now, because I think I do watch a little clippings. One of my players, I see a little clippings, and I think the under 15 team they leave and go play a little tournament. You know, and the thing where I don't understand still. So when you have young, now how late you get the team. If you even get the team for even a month and you get the team, the first thing you must try. It's you're not if you win, you win. Because you try work with some luck, because luck work in everything what you do. Because you can't go with just with a little mediocre team and you end up winning the tournament. But you see what I don't like? You're leaving with a team and you expect you're going to go and create miracle. You see, the first thing what you do when you get a team, teach your youth them how to pass the ball. Teach where you want the goalkeeper, take the ball, roll it, you get the ball keeper, roll the ball to your flank, your wing back if from him clear. Don't take this ball and boot it up. Because I see a little clippings. I mean, I say, wait there. Under 15 team go and look. The man just take the ball and just kick the goalkeeper, take the ball and just kick it long. Because that goalkeeper is a goalkeeper from JC. And we can call him name, you know. But I mean, I say, but that is not the part of learning, because you see me, I always dwell. You have to learn to can play out the football. It's not all about winning for the kids.
Yeah.
13, 14, it's all about having fun.
Development.
And when you have fun, everything will come. It's not all about winning. Some people go up on the field, you know what them want to do? Them just send the youth them out there and them just run up and down and score 10 goals. I know them do them feel good and you win a game. But what do you do? Him don't learn nothing. Him win 10 love. What you learn? You don't even learn for put knock around the ball 2 times.
Yeah. Well, all right. Final question that I'm going to ask you, and then we have the top 5. So but I'm going to throw out this question, and for the first person, the person who gets it right,
Yeah.
will win for themselves. All right, $500 credit. All right. Before Wayne went to, follow me, went to stats. Which school did he attend before he got to St. Andrew Technical High School? Which high school did he attend before, and who was coaching him there? Because he said it earlier. All right, very easy. That's the question. So when the final question I want to ask you is this: what are your thoughts on Coach Whitmore management? Coach Whitmore management at the present national team.
Team. Honestly,
He's coaching.
you see, Theodore method still. I now go bring the whole blame and the coach still, you know. You understand me? But I figure sometimes the coach kind of make some blunder. You understand me? Sometimes the coach, I don't know, sometimes the coach kind of change up the formation and then you go in another game and you change again. You understand me? In coaching method, I don't really like it still.
Okay.
Everybody have them own different views still, you know, but I don't really like him method still. Because sometimes probably him go with A and the man we are play them seems like them not understand the method when I put to cross them.
Okay. All right. The answers that have come in: Calabar, negative; Dunoon, negative. All right. None of those schools. So which high school? Okay. Stephen Mitchell is doing that. He went to Edith Dalton. Who was the coach? Who was his coach? Who was his first coach there? They can tell us that. But let's see if we can get that. But wait, 5 questions. Who is the best midfielder that you have ever played with?
My best midfielder I ever played. Doing what level? High school?
Anytime. Your favorite midfielder?
Wow,
midfielder?
So many.
You have to pick one.
So many. All right, during the national program, Hector Wright.
Yeah. Outside of national program.
Outside my national program, me have 2 again.
Go ahead.
Roderick Lawrence.
And so Roderick Lawrence. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Right, national program. All right.
Yeah.
Who is the hardest defender you have had to face up to?
Right now, me never seen none at my time. Agla was one of the roughest, and I never run from Agla.
All right. Which club team is your club team? Like international club team?
Oh, the Gunners.
Oh, tell you, man. Listen, everybody. Listen, the people are so wise. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, your fellow Gunner. All right. And who is the best baller all time favorite baller?
My all-time favorite baller, Jamaica overseas.
You can go Jamaican or overseas. All right, Jamaican first. All right. Favorite Jamaican baller?
Teagat Davis.
Teagat. All right. International.
International Pele.
Okay. All right. Which school is the top school in Manning Cup in your own estimation? Big school. Which school is the biggest school around the block?
GSC.
What? Are you gonna start spreading now? Let me ask you again. Which school is the biggest school around the block?
GSC me a coach. Not disrespect to not disrespect to my school still, St. Andrew Technical. At 15 years,
right.
at 15 years, GSC.
All right, boss. Well, you gotta start for them camera. That's all. Clennon Clark is asking if you ever classed with Dion Wilmot.
No.
Okay. All right.
We had a Dion Wilmot that is a player from what them call name from Messi. Ask him if the Messi will come from Pembroke. I think that name there.
Is that Messi from Pembroke, Clennon Clark? Who is that? Who is it? Just let us know. All right. Stephen Mitchell is the winner. He's the first person to put the correct answer in. So, Stephen, can you send a WhatsApp message to the number that is on the screen and let us know your service provider, please? All right. So, send a WhatsApp message to the number that is on the screen, and then you send us your service provider. All right. So we can verify it's you, and then we have the credit sent to you. All right. Yes, he's saying yes. It is the same one from the Messi from Pembroke.
Yeah, man, because when me hear the name still, I say, no, that name, they ring a bell, you know. No, you know, say, honestly, usually watch him playing for the national team. Good defender, good defender, good defender, good defender. In those times, those was a big defender playing for the national team. Rough, rugged. Nah, man, them man they kick off all your head, man. Messi, them man they kick off your head, man.
All right.
Yeah,
Who are some of the best young talent you see in Jamaican football now? Give us like 5 names.
all right.
Probably those with the national team and are probably a schoolboy. I don't know. Go ahead.
The same Maggie, the same little one from CC and Cornwall College. That is the
and Peter Lee
Vassal. Let me see now. The next two. Wow, the next two player. Wow, it kind of honestly me a search.
What about Kaim Paris?
Kaim Paris.
He used to go to. He's playing in Slovak. I think he was at Cavaliers for a season. Young played at Dintil.
Oh, I think I remember that young man, you know. I think I remember that young man. But you have a whole heap of nice youngster still, which sometimes, you know, the names, you know, the names. But we have some lots of great players in Jamaica right now. But them just need to get the thing structured right. All
right. This is actually the last question. Somebody saying Javian Brown is the next name. A man say you lose your stats pass, you know. Me tell you, say you should have said stats, you know. De La Rue 98 say you lose your stats pass, brother. Me tell you, say you should have said stats, you know. You want me ask you the question again, sorry, you stick to your answer.
Man again, no.
Which is the biggest school around the block?
Around the block. GSC stats. What was it, you know? You can find out with GSC and stats, you know. You know, say 1 half, me sit over stats. Next half, me sit over GSC. When the penalty I kick, I come out of the stadium and go right to go by the pool side. Anybody win, me win.
Yeah.
Anyone win, me win. You understand me? But the question the way you ask me I talk about present now. I'm at GSC, the GSC first, then stats are right after.
All right. And see Freddie, I see if you answer some questions. So you've talked about the swimming business. So you never talk about that, you know?
See Freddie right now.
Yeah.
Up till now, you know, when me see Freddie Buckline, me have to hide, you know.
Tell us about that.
Every time we go on tour, Freddie Butler seems to be the one who always just want to hold me and throw me in at the pool.
Why?
Me can't sleep. I went in my room, I see Freddie, I have to make sure I close my room door. I remember one time Freddie hold me and me there in the pool and the man hold me for throw me off in the rail, the step that you step down to go in the pool. I hold on on that rail, you know. All Freddie I try to lick off my hand off of that rail, you know. Freddie can't get me for release off of that rail, you know. I hold on that rail, you know. If me are going in the water, me and the rail I dig out of the wall and going in the water, you know.
So
yeah, man.
When they push off in the water, what happened? I mean,
no, him can't get me for going in the water. If him hold me, unless him go dive in the water with me and him, I say, no man, Palmer, when me throw you up, me will come for you, man. I say, you ever see a fish on dry land yet? And him alive? Unless you are going to eat him. So I say, yeah, I'm not stay nowhere near this man here. No, when it come to pool, me stay far. Yeah, man. I'm a good brethren, man. Yeah, man. I go among some farmer baller, man, me I tell you. You know, we still have the link, you know, and it great, you know them way then? Where you can keep that, you know, that friendship, you know. It's more than money, man. You know? Yeah, man. Far it come from.
Yeah. All All right, listen. So we have a couple of minutes to go. Go ahead and talk to the people, all the people watching, and all the people out there supporting you and speaking highly of you. Go ahead and talk to them, your players, your family, your friends, former footballers out there, listening to you right now.
Yeah, man. First of all, big up to my mother, Adasa Williams. My brothers. My teammates, all my teammates. I can't call name. Friends. My girlfriend and her family. Greta Eat. You have to big her up and thing. She always be here for me and them thing there. Cause me kind of, something that went in my eye a couple of days ago. Me have to do a little minor surgery upon the eye. A piece of iron, the kind of. I do some little work and iron flying on my eye, and the way that she by my side through thick and thin. So you have to big her up, the way there? Yeah, man. To my fans out there, Stats family, GSC family, Mr. Wayne Robinson, big principal, Jamaica College,
Yeah,
Stats,
Stats principal,
Mr. Isaac Avery, God rest his soul in peace, and the best principal Latino. Yeah, man.
See, Cyrus, just to make you know that, Palmer Cyrus, this, you just get back your pass.
Yeah, man, one of the best principal, man. Yeah, man. I have to big him up, man. I'm gonna leave for a couple of years. Well, you know them way there. The Stats family. Big up every time, man. All my coaches, Liebert Aliman, Mr. Henry, Skill Cole, Bob Campbell. Big up to Carl Brown. But I'm not gonna remember every coach still, but you don't know respect big out the same way. Yeah, man. All my fellow students from Jamaica College. Yeah, man.
You have to big up the student them from Stats.
Yeah, man. I big up all of the students them from Stats, man. And big up yourself too, forget me through this interview, Mr. Madden. Respect, man. Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning. Mr. Manning. Respect, man.
Yeah, man. Listen. Really appreciate you coming on, man. Really enjoy the time. Always admire. I always tell you that you, Richie Moncrief, Donald Hewitt, Tatty Brown, some of the short footballers in Jamaica that have been dynamic. I wish there were tapes that people could watch and see you scoring bicycles. Aldi is one of those players as well. Always scoring some very fantastic goal, flying up in the air, heading bicycle, try all kind of things, brethren. You understand? The volleys and those things, flying in the air, control deadly. You understand me? I am glad that I got the opportunity. I know there's not a historical records in terms of tapes and videos, but I want to say on behalf of all the younger persons watching right now, thank you for your years of service to Jamaica's football, not just from a playing perspective, but coaching and all of that you're helping to build young players and bring them through. And so we really appreciate your work. Truthfully, this platform in and of itself will never be able to fully compensate you or to reward you for all this service. But we hope by this, people won't walk past it, they can look and say, yeah, man, I know that person, that's Wayne Palmer. Because many of our legends, many of our former good ballers, they get walked past every day and people don't know them. People still walk past Denden Hutchinson and don't know. People still walk past Alan Skill Cole and don't know. People walk past Neville Oxford. You understand me? And don't know them. So I'm hoping that at least this platform will give people the opportunity to know you. I mean, I know one person said that they have been hearing about it all this time. I mean, from Casey, and they said it's the first time they're hearing you speak. So big thank you to you. And I mean, you be safe, you and your family. And I hope you have good success with your junior team. Not sure about the JC senior team. One draw, one loss. And there's no second round, so they could be out depending on how they play for,
the next game.
Yeah, and see the man them saying one to the Galaxy family. So I know you want to big up the Galaxy family as well.
Yeah, I'm big up to the Galaxy. Jimmy Chin and him family. Big up, man. Big up every time, man. I'm Port Morant, Taros, blessed love. And one thing that I forgot, my fellow teammate, man. Winston, Anglin. The Lord rest your soul, boss, man. But me I tell you.
You played with Trinidad as well?
Yeah, man, 91 Twin was, remember say Twin and T got scored the goal, you know.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, man, me and my Hector was the starting midfield, you know. Twin,
Okay.
me, Hector. Montague Lang usually come on and Bingy usually come on. But we three was a starting midfielder.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, three great midfielder, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, Blessing. So you know that we will, we'll talk, and I mean, we also, as part of the program, we are going to send some credit to your phone as well. You understand me?
Yeah,
so
man.
you get credit, the winner get credit, and thing as usual. Thanks to everyone in the comment section. We really appreciate it. Again, so many persons. Pagan 180 says thanks, and Chris Smith said big up Mr. Palmer. Brain Drain saying that make sure you wear your eye protection, so you have to protect
Yeah. True.
So this is a Reno man here saying blessings Wayne Palmer. You understand me? Kurt Steele say bless up and thank you as well.
Yeah, man, and thanks again, man. And thanks again. You know, it was a pleasure, you know. Honestly, you make me feel good in myself come on the program, because a long time I don't really sit down for a couple of hours and really and I talk and have fun to you, understand me? You just come like with us, you know, all of them footballers we will bring up back on them team, they just come like
memories.
Taught me yesterday, you know. Yeah, man, it's always been a pleasure, man, and thanks for all your sponsor, you know what I mean there? And big up to you again, you know. Yeah, man, I'm
every time, my friend. See how me love your bad, man. Me love your bad. People Paul say blessing as well. Yeah, man. So take care, and we'll be in touch. I'll call you, and then we have some other things that we need to talk about. So I'll give you a call and we continue. All right?
No problem, man, and thanks again, man.
Most welcome, Mr. Palmer. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It was
all right. Yeah, man. So thank you again, everyone, for joining. Really great show. Very great show today. We really appreciate everyone for sticking and staying with us. All the moderators in the comment section, thank you. Claudia, Shatter, aka Brain Drain, big up. Peso, everybody is fresh. Got all of you, Pagan, all of you guys, thank you for coming, for sticking, for staying with us. We really appreciate it, for showing Wayne Palmer your love. All I ask is that you hit the like button. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. All right, subscribe to the channel. Here's the other thing: hit the like button. I want when these legends come on and do the interviews, you really pay them tribute by liking the video. So when they go and watch it again, they will see all the likes and all the comments that you make towards them. All right. We have given away the two we gave to Canada and to the United States. The next Trick giveaway will be in the month of December, and that is for someone who is in Jamaica. We did give away the credit to Stephen Mitchell. He's a person who got the correct answer for the question we asked. All right. So want to thank congratulate Stephen as well. Yeah, man. Dean Sewell, bigging up Wayne Lickshot Palmer. I didn't even know the nickname and the thing until then. But again, thank you so much. We have lots in store for you. Listen, I want to talk about this as well, right? So in the description of this video and for the videos going on, I'm going to put a link where you can connect with Trenchtown Rock Foundation. That is the Joe Downer. Joe Downer, and they're having this in December. They're having this big thing in Trenchtown to give back to the community. And if you want to contribute, no matter how small it is, you can make a contribute to this foundation. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put how you can transfer funds to them in the link for this video and all our interviews going forward, right? We're also going to show you the finished work of the house of former national player Melvin Blair. I think his name is, who Michael Tuller and the Unsung Foundation, they redid his whole house. We have the videos, we have the pictures, but we're going to bring on one of these days, we're going to bring on Michael Tull and the rest of the gang to come and talk about that. Also, we have over this weekend, we have Desmond Gaddafi Smith coming up tomorrow. If you're from Clarendon, you'd know him very well. And then if you're a man from the east, from out by Harborview, we'll be having Andrew Bauer-Hines on the program on Sunday. All right. Next week, Monday, we are going to start off with a bang. I can't tell you, but we're going to have a real legendary coach in the program. I mean, again, thank you for joining, and we're going to close this video with a word from our sponsors, Tritnic.
Of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trinidad Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
Trinidad Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?